Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Albarian, where we play TTRPGs and have a hoot. This is our last Tales of Andrea for 2 weeks. We're going to be coming back, don't worry. I'm just going on holiday and taking a break. But some lovely little announcements. Before I get to those, we are going to remind you all that, hi, I'm Murray, I'm your DM for the day, and these lovely lots are the consequences. They've got wonderful Eulandriel, Aberrat, Jartus, Brolog, and Fine Storm sending us into the announcements. Brolog is going on hiatus soon, so because the player, Peter, you're getting married.
It's true. It's true. It's delightful. Be a little sad to be gone, but I'll be back.
Yes. Do not panic. Brolog will be back. We have something semi planned out. We'll see how it goes and figure out exactly what's going on with Brolog at the end of this one. Before that, though, for this week, we have still a few shows going on before I leave. Tuesday into the Nightmare, which will also be going on a 2-week break. After this Tuesday at 6:30. Then there's Playing with Mutts. That one's at 6 o'clock. I believe that will also be going on a 2-week break as well. A little hiatus for all of us, some time off. And Friday, some Here Be Shenanigans. Here Be Shenanigans will be happening also during the break on the, what date? 28th? 28th. No, 29th.
These 2 days, the 15th and the 29th.
29th. So that one will still be going while I'm technically away, but Ben has been doing great with that one. I've been enjoying the Alice. I'll probably be watching while I'm on chilling at the lovely little resort. After that, on the normal TTRPG days, we have some recaps that are going to be aired on the channel so you can get caught up and up to date with all of the campaigns. So if you don't want to go through the backlog that we have on YouTube, because they are all on YouTube, you can check those out. You can chill and see one of those recaps. They range from around 20 to 20 minutes and to an hour or so, but well worth the time, especially to get you caught up and to kind of remind you of some of the events that happened. All that said, I don't think I have anything else.
Let's get in it.
Getting into this wonderful lovely little mess. Intro.
Yearn is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Welcome back. Last time on Tales of Andrea, where we left the entire party off, they had Ileana saved her life, with Yolandril doing a clutch heal spell on her, restoring her 70 hit points and healing most of her injuries. They used the bracelet to teleport to the mansion, which they were able to do thanks to the pendants that Mathona gave them all, and proceeded to fight the incursion of the strange creatures and beings that were invading the mansion. They fought them off, however, did not succeed at stopping the traitor Princess Kostia from stealing the hearts from the trees and leaving them all in a very bad state. Brolog then received word after they started recuperating themselves that the city of Nutra was under attack and that the people were calling for the aid of the consequences. Seeing that they were not in a state to enter into a large-scale battle, and concluding that, Brolog decreed that the consequences would stay and not answer the call. From there they separated. Yolandril in his own separate room, unconscious from trying desperately to wolf out and having some issues. Abrat, Brolog, and Finestorm leave the room. Jartus, you can decide what was going on inside your mind. But where you find yourself at this moment is sitting down on a chair, staring at the ground, viewing the dead bodies of the Joffreys and the piles of liquid around them. You see Callus, who's mixing together some herbs, bringing them over to Marcus and Ileana, both of them attending to, well, Ileana and Callus attending to Marcus, getting him back into his chair, and Kelkos looking around, gathering up the dead bodies of the Joffreys. I give it to you, good sir. Everyone else has declared where they're going. Last
Walk
session,
over
that is.
to a liquefied body, evaluate its state, scoop it up and slurp for evaluative. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, where's he going with this?
that was a long form joke. Is it clear like what they're made out of? Like,
Not
or is it just a
entirely.
strange liquid?
So you know what sap feels like?
Yeah,
So it's
hot
it's
sap.
a creamy sap.
Okay, interesting. Could I do some kind of nature check on it?
Yeah, sure. Roll me a nature check.
Okay. Got my cats were feeling feisty with the dice again this week, so they're.
Good old Mabel. Oh, the other one. Oh, what'd you get?
Let's see what I got. A +2 on nature. Oh, jeez. That's a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's
Wrong
a creamy
category
sap.
there, I guess. Mysterious it shall remain. Keep your secrets, wizard.
I think I will.
Who's in the room again?
Ileana,
Joffreys?
Kelkos, and Callus, and there's one Joffrey.
Okay. Well,
The rest of them are
I
dead.
guess I could produce some good berries, see if anybody needs any sustenance. Walk over. Approach.
Kelkos thanks you, takes one of them. Joffrey doesn't have a face, so he doesn't have a mouth. So he can't eat any good berries, but does politely say, "Thank you for the offer, though." For Callus and Ileona, Callus takes two, pops one inside his mouth and goes, "Thank you." Then goes over to Marcus and hands one to him, who's now conscious but just mumbling softly to himself. Slowly begins to feed it to him, and Ileona doesn't really notice you're there. She's just staring at Marcus.
Would one qualify her as paralyzed?
No.
Yeah, some restoration. Lesser restoration ain't gonna fix that, that's for sure. Guess I'll walk up and... Oh, what do you even say? Why'd you have to put this one on me? I'll just ask her how she's doing, I guess. Or not how... No, that's awful. We all know how she's doing. I'll ask her if there's anything she needs right now.
She stares at him for a moment. What I need is to do something, not just to stand here.
Well, unfortunately, we kind of gored through pretty hard. I don't know if doing something right now is feasible.
It wouldn't be feasible if I didn't have any legs or if I was on the ground, dying. But I have my feet, I have my will, and I have some life left in me. I'm not just gonna stand here, Jartus. I'm gonna do something about it.
Well, we can do something by making a plan, I think.
Give me a persuasion
Right
check.
now. Persuasion. Oh, I got a +7 on persuasion. Okay, nice. Oh, we got an 11. Dirty 11.
Dirty 11, okay. Continue on.
Our continual lack of planning seems to put us in progressively worse situations. I propose one 24-hour period where we plan, or even a 12-hour period. We need to think about what we're doing before we do it. Otherwise, we're throwing ourselves into a potential meat grinder.
You expect the fighting to go on for 12 or 24 hours. Nature's under assault right now, Jartus.
Are there any resources we can send besides ourselves?
All the other resources we have are there. Other than Mathona, who's not here right now.
Let's see. 6 spells. Because I don't think I can talk to divine things right now, right?
You talking about divine intervention? No, you're not a cleric. That's a cleric thing.
So I thought I could... I thought I had wish. But I
No,
don't think
wish is a much higher level spell.
Yeah. What did I... Divination, that's what it was. I was like, I have some kind of something that communes with the gods. What is it? Do we do any spell resets on short rests? Or is it long resting?
For you, I think it's long resting. And it hasn't been a short rest yet.
Yeah. Well, My only option would be to talk to the gods. We have had recent interaction with them. There has to be some resource that can buy us time.
You go ahead and tell your prayers to whatever gods you have. She then turns and starts walking towards the door.
Okay, well, maybe she's not the person to convince of that. Who else is in the room?
At this point, Callus and Marcus, the Joffrey and Kalkos, have walked away to take care of other things inside the mansion. Because the entire
Did I
place is a
walk
mess.
over to Callus and Marcus and listen in on... Are they talking or what's happening?
Marcus is just slightly mumbling under his breath, and Callus is taking some strange liquids and forcing him, basically making him drink it. And then mixing other chemicals and just, in general, tending to the medical senses of where Marcus is.
Sorry, I dropped a die. This doesn't seem like a good discussion. Oh, that was my phone. I'm sorry. This does not seem like a good discussion time. Maybe I could walk over and see if maybe some lesser restoration might help somewhere
Sure, yeah.
to evaluate. Maybe. What would I do?
You can walk over and cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh.
It has a general sense that it might help.
Okay.
Whatever it was Marcus did, you can tell that it was very, very taxing.
Mm-hmm.
So you go over and do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Afterwards, Callus kind of steps back a little. Thanks. That actually makes my job a lot easier now. I don't know what it is he did, but he's essentially catatonic right now. He won't respond to anything.
Did I try feeding him a good berry, maybe?
I already
Think
did.
that might help?
I took one of the
Have
good
you
berries.
eaten a good berry?
Yep. I had one too.
All right. Could I evaluate whether protection from evil or good might help?
Go for it.
What would
You
the check
certainly
be on
can. You can certainly try. So are you casting it first off?
that? Yes. So it's at first level.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only level I can cast it.
Perfect. Give me a percentile die.
Ooh. 53.
53. You don't get the sense that it did anything.
Okay. Well, at least if something tries to show up, I guess it's evil.
He gave a short ski.
It's the least I can do.
Anything else pressing, or where are you heading?
Who's still awake right now?
You've no idea.
Because
Last you saw, everyone was
I
just
have
leaving.
no idea. Did I hear that Burlog was going to sleep and
Yes.
your Landriel's going to rage?
Yep.
Then became unconscious.
You don't know he's unconscious yet, but you just know he went off to
Okay.
find a room to rage.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that happened before Brolog found out about Nutra.
Yep.
So I have no idea
Okay.
what's going on.
He doesn't even know
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So maybe I'll go and find your Landriel and update him
Okay.
since I know he's awake.
You have.
At
well,
least I
you assume,
am, according to my perception.
according to your perception, yeah. Yolandra, give me a Constitution check.
Yeah.
Saving
for
throw,
you.
actually. It's going to be a saving throw.
Constitution's 12.
12? Okay. It's going to take you roughly about 30 minutes or so, Jartis, to get to where he's at inside the mansion. During that time, a few things happen, but you do eventually get there. When you find him inside the room, he is on the ground unconscious.
Ooh. Should I cast a lesser restoration? It
Up
is
to you.
greater restoration that removes
Up
the
to you.
curse, or whatever, potentially. Yeah, I'll cast lesser.
Okay. As soon as you reach down and the magic starts to flow through your hands, his eyes shoot open. And for a moment there, you see that they are pure black with these red, veiny lines going through and this yellow iris. And then they slowly just, like fog, wisp away back to his normal eyes. Yolandra, you're awake.
Okay. I just look at you questioningly, because I am confused as why I'm on the ground.
Oh, okay. I am also confused as to why you're on. Sorry.
You cut out there quite a bit.
I'm not sure why you're here, actually. Last I checked, you were going to Rage.
Okay, apparently that didn't work out. What's going on?
Nutra's under attack. Like, big
What's the
time.
plan then?
My plan is to rest long enough for us to be able to do something about it. Ileana seems to have other plans. Like, right now plans.
Do they have any way of giving us spell slots?
No.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna drink that healing potion.
Oh, God.
Potion? Is it that? Yes. Potion of greater healing. 44.
44. You're adding +8 to that.
Sweet. Gotcha.
For the magic maker who made it.
$19.
19. You recover 19 HP.
Well, if it seems like our tactic is to go now, evidenced by the haste, I think we should devote some of our resources to making sure that we're ready to go. We tend to
Okay.
jump into the fray a little
Where's everybody else?
quickly. I'm not sure.
How long has it been?
Go. How long has it been? What? An hour?
No. It's been close to 40 minutes now. Ever since you got
40
word
minutes,
that
okay.
Neutral was under attack.
It's been about 40 minutes.
DM, how long is a short rest? 2
Short
hours?
rest is 2 hours.
I'm gonna look at Chartis. Do you think we should get a short rest and then go? Or do you think we should go now?
Ileana stresses that there is no time. And I don't want to lose someone just because we're not on the same page.
Where's everybody else? I'll go get them.
Do I know where Brolog is? I just know
You just know they went to find a room to rest.
Okay. Last I checked, Brolog went to go find a place to rest, but that's all I know.
Okay. Let me think for a second. Out of character. For just a second. I gotta weigh my options here. It's not gonna take me this
Yolanda
long
definitely
in
wouldn't be
game.
doing it in character.
Oh god.
Exactly.
A little Jeopardy theme playing.
I'm gonna say we'll find the room that they're resting in. We'll rest for as long as we can, and then we wake them up when we leave immediately. 2
All
hours.
right. Who's gonna convince Ileana to wait?
If she goes, she goes. We can't stop her.
It's a little harsh, but I guess the reality is different than what we're accustomed to.
Okay. We found the room.
It takes you. It's going to be another 30 or so minutes to find the room that
Christ.
Brolog is in. Abrat, would you have found the same room or a separate room?
Conveniently, probably would have stayed in the same room.
Okay. Is your hole out or are you meditating?
Oh, I'm meditating. Abrat wants to get a long rest in.
Okay. You would be arriving, Yolandriel and Jart, as close to the end of a short rest. You have just about 30 minutes left to complete that. Seeing as you're not doing anything strenuous right now, I'm considering this short rest time. Brolog, you find Brolog and Abrat in there. There's no sign of Finestorm.
Well, we give them until the short rest, and then we're waking them up.
30 minutes pass. You have all had a short rest. Yes.
How would you like to be
Yes,
waking
I-
up, Brolog?
I'm going to extend the butt end of my halberd out to its full length, and I'm going to nudge your leg.
Brolog's going to open one eye and say, "Yes, Yolandriel."
We don't have time to waste. They don't have 8 hours there.
I assume you're speaking of Nutra.
Yes.
Question. Why did the consequences leave Nutra?
Because we had other things to do.
More specifically, because
The
it
heart.
was known the consequences could not deal with what was coming in the current, in my current abilities. I am now weaker than when I left. To rush from here would be idiocy.
We could at least get some people back. Bring them here.
They would. Other individuals are not welcome here unless they are allowed from Mother or another. Finish sleeping, gain strength, and then decisions.
Okay. I am going to stand there for a minute looking at Prologue, and then I am going to leave the room.
Brolog's going back to sleep.
Okay. You leave the room. Where are you going?
What time of day would it be in Nutra right now?
In Nutra right now, let's see. Towards the end of that, it would have been close to noon, 1-ish. You've spent 2 hours. It's close to 3, probably around 4-ish in the evening. Close to evening.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do something here to give myself at least a spell slot. Nope. Everything's long rest.
A question. Once
Mhm.
we're all done with this.
Go ahead with him as I think.
Go for it. Think. What's up, Jartis?
So my short rest indicates shape. It says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. Automatically apply healing with dice result.
So, your hit dice is what that's speaking about. When you do a short rest, you can expend some of your hit dice pool to regain HP, because you don't automatically gain your HP back from a short rest. You have
Okay.
11 hit dice to spend. So you can click and spend however many you like
To restore HP.
to restore your HP.
That is D8.
Yeah.
Do I risk a digital roll? Do I? I don't know. I think
Your
I might take the
decision.
time to collect the physical die there. Hold on.
With Andrea.
So, yeah.
How many times can I use that? The bracers.
One time. And you've already used it for the day. It recharges at dawn.
Well, then there's nothing I can do. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go try again to wolf out. Spell slots be damned. Now I'm extra mad.
Trying to, give me a constitution check. It's a saving throw, actually. No, it's a saving throw at this point.
Let's roll low. 11.
11? Okay. I will keep that in mind. As we shift over to Firestorm,
Dun dun dun.
a little bit of a rewind. Firestorm. About 30 or so minutes into resting and waiting, you sense a presence right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Open my eyes.
Ileona's right there. Fuck whatever
After
Rolog
me.
says, and everyone else. They can wait if they like. I'm going. I could use your help.
Going where?
To Nutra. I have one
Okay.
more teleportation talisman left.
Okay. Let's go.
She holds out her arm,
Take it.
and with her other hand, crushes the talisman, sending both of you to Nutra. Very specifically, close to the town center of Nutra. Your appearance and sudden flash into existence inside this place almost has many of the guards around turning to attack at whatever just appeared out of nowhere. But they manage to gather themselves and realize who it is in front of them. What you see is fire and smoke everywhere. On the ground, there are more, not just puddles that you'd seen inside the mansion, but also strange, misformed, flesh-like masses that have been killed and now rest rotting on the ground. The building that you have been teleported in front of is what was being used as the meeting area. It is heavily guarded with people who are in suits much like what Emlar wears. Ileona stands. Right. Where to? What are we doing? Is there
Follow me.
anyone we can find? Oh, good, good.
Let's go to the place where the Chalice Estates was staying.
Okay. You managed to
I assume
find
we're
your.
just gonna replay this the way we replayed it
yeah,
already.
yeah.
To the cellars.
You, during your run through the streets and the sides, you look through some alleys and you can see people from Reclorio Labon fighting these strange creatures that are bursting from the ground, crawling out in swarms and hides. You see at least one squad fall to being overrun by these mass amounts of creatures. You get to a spot where you can hear, you don't see him at first, you hear his voice first, Admiral Lars yelling very loudly over all the chaos. You spot him and Admiral Lottie, who are currently standing, fighting off their own strange aberrations, when there's a loud whistling sound and explosion across the street. A large one that takes out many people on your side and theirs. "Fine storm," he says with a flourish of his blade, slashing it into the creature in front of them, pulling it out. The creature falls. "I thought you were inside the Shrill Jungle. What the hell are you doing here?"
Came to assist the shallows.
I wouldn't say it's not welcome. Darling! Ow. Thank you. We could use your help anywhere. Bill's taking the northern gates, Kurathel's taking the western one. The streets are overrunning with these creatures and they're everywhere.
Where can
They
I serve
outnumber
you
us
the
3
most?
to 1. That's anywhere you see something, kill it.
Let's play cleanup.
Clean up. I like that idea. Alright. I'm at your leisure, Finestorm. Here, he says, and he chucks you a bandolier with a few healing potions on it. Looks like you already need that.
Off we go.
If you see anyone in the issue, if you see Captain Duran, send him my way. I need you, Finestorm, to roll a d20 4 times for me.
More D20s?
Yeah.
Jeez.
For everyone at home, for this entire thing, I needed 80 d20 rolled, and each of them rolled 16, and then I rolled another 48, and then oh so many d20 were rolled for this.
First one. Oh, it was almost that one, but it's a 5.
A 5? Okay. Perfect. Next.
10.
10.
Should we go for a 15 now?
Maybe. Okay, what's the next one?
19.
19.
And the last one.
Okay, good on.
14.
Oh, hang on. 14. Alright, perfect. 5. You're good on that. During your first 2 hours, your perception and investigation, your general details and intaking of details around, the large cannon fire or artillery fire that's coming into the city is happening at least once every 10 minutes. And it's rather sporadic through the entire city. There's no telling where it's going to hit next. For your first 2 hours, you're good on that. You manage to escape around. And you actually find General Tanathir and assist him in his squad. He is almost getting overrun. It is a push, retreat, kind of stemming the flow of the mass overflowing them and then retreating back. When you arrive, he's more than happy for your assistance in that.
I shall assist with as much flourish as possible.
Brilliant. Go ahead and roll. Oh, well, actually, he's pretty safe, so. There are going to be 3 more segments of this, as you can probably tell. If there's anyone in particular you would like, you can change the role, but the role was for your location. With general cleanup and help and assistance in this, you end up getting moved around the city for a long time, for an 8-hour period. You do learn that King Tagorin, King Shago, Prince Nero, and Folia did depart to try to go retake the Goliath, which you also now know has been captured and is laying down the artillery fire on the city. They have been gone at that point for 2 hours, for a while. But for the next 2-hour segment, is there anyone you would like to try to find in particular, or are you just going about cleaning the streets?
I know where everybody from the Chalice Estates is now, right?
Yes. So you know Lars is in a central location where you found him. He's staying there. That's his command.
Lars and Lottie.
Lottie is moving around a little bit. She's kind of circling around, taking care of the perimeter as well. Bill is up north, and Kurthel is towards the west. They're taking care of the gates and protecting them.
Okay. No, I think for the moment then I'm just gonna clean up.
Okay, perfect. Let's see if there's anyone you aided with 10. Lauf! Very nice. Gets to a point. You're traveling through Ileona. Just give me a moment. I need just a breather. Inside one of the alleyways. At this point, if you're counting kills, you can probably add at least 30 of these things. You know that there are many different designs as well of them. There are spellcasters, ones that are built primarily for close run combats. You're getting a good peripheral view and idea of what your enemy is capable of now. That you're actually facing them truly face on face.
Getting more efficient at killing them.
Getting more efficient. I'll be giving you essentially a rundown of the weaknesses that you can spot. Because your investigation passive perception, they're too high for me not to give you this. But while you're, for a moment, taking a breath inside an alleyway, a voice comes from next to you. I see you two are faring just as well. You look over and see Commander Lauf of the Reclorian armies. She's got a large gash and clothes missing on the left shoulder where something's bitten down and torn away. I don't suppose any of you have a...
I'll hand her a healing potion.
Thank you, that's exactly what I need. Drinks it down. Oh. I heard the southeastern wall was having some difficulties keeping them moving up. If you two might be able to join me in assisting.
But of course.
Good. How much longer do you need? I'm good to push on. I'm good now. Let's go. That's 4 hours past. As you're continuing to move through another alleyway, you see there is a group of Le Bon soldiers who are shielding themselves up and then charging forward, slamming the shields into the ground with these large spikes penetrating and stationing them on the ground. Behind them, others with large metal platforms run up and station them just on top of the shield into a bit more of a ramped formation. Behind them, even, are archers from the Reclorian side and musketmen from the Le Bon side, aiming upwards, while long-speared pikemen stab in between the shields as a large horde begins to slam against it and start to crawl the wall, each one poking their head over, either get shot by a bullet or shot by an arrow. It's not the first time you've seen one of these scenes. They usually last a while, but not even that would hold if the horde continues moving through. Pushing onward. For the 19, I'm going to need you to roll a dex saving throw.
$17.
17. While you're running through the sector, you see that the flying creatures from Quayla have also migrated their movement and their fight and battle in the air. It's like a dark cloud moving around, firing at each other. There are more of these changing creatures that have sprouted wings and begun to take to the air and fight them off. One of them in particular that you would see has a very ornate silver crown around her head, is very adept in shooting not just one with her massive bolts, but multiple enemies, lining the shot perfectly. Each time she fires, bodies start falling from the sky. She swoops down for a low impact when you hear another whistle. And it explodes right beneath her. You were about 15 feet away from there. You made your dex saving throw. You will, however, be taking some fire damage and force damage as this artillery strike has hit your sector in your
Evasion.
area. Evasion? That negates it entirely, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Stupid monks. I know.
Oh, it's monks and
Rogue
rogues
monks.
too.
Rogue monks.
Freaking okay. Ileana got a 26 on hers, and Lauf got a natural 20,
Nice.
leading up to I think a 29 in total. She saves. You only need a 15 to save these things. You all save, and you're all monk rogue bullshit stuff. So evasion on all. The Flitber, however, doesn't. She is on the ground, and I need you to roll a d20. Good grief, it teases.
What a tease. Yeah, 19. But anyway, rolled a 6. I don't know what
6?
you were looking for, so.
Okay.
It was a 19, it was a 10, it was a 20, and then it was a 6.
She is on the ground, and with some quick medical application from Lauf, both of her legs are gone. They have been evaporated, but she is still somehow alive. Her DC for her survival was set to 2, but she is not left without a permanent scar. Her feet have both been removed.
Who is this again?
This is Sal Sor, not an important
Sal
character
Sor.
so far, but she has importance for the world itself.
Oh, well, rest in peace to that lady. Yes, very sad. Anyway.
Very sad. Anyway, the sector is very crowded and surrounded. It's tough as fuck here. You're getting to a point where you're starting to get exhausted. After this, any rolls regarding yourself are going to be at disadvantage. You've been taxing yourself for quite a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, a 14. Okay, I'm gonna need another dex saving throw. For the last remaining parts of this combat, you never clear the streets. They just keep moving upwards along the eastern walls.
15.
15, you just made it. And with
Had it
evasion,
at the disadvantage, so.
yeah. With evasion, still good. Leona is as well, and so is Lauf. There is the final. So you're getting close to 8 hours. You've been fighting and fending these things off for close to 8 hours now. A long rest has almost happened for the rest of them, for everyone else in the consequences. There is a moment where the 10 minutes are up. They've been counted. No whistle.
I hope that means we took it back.
Give me a dexterity saving throw again.
Oh no. Here goes Fine Storm, guys.
Ooh, that's bad. 12.
Oh no!
12.
Slips and falls into
You,
the river of zombies.
while you're fighting off, currently pulling off one of these aberrations off of a soldier who's desperately holding his musket, holding it against the jaws of this creature, calling out while trying to stay alive. You pull it off, dig your hand into its gut, and rip out some of its internals. It stops moving and falls to the ground. You look up and see the rest of them have stopped moving. There's a general small moment of a lull where you don't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. The fighting just pauses, and you hear this rushing noise. And suddenly all the glass in every single building around you shatters and explodes as this huge, forceful wave slams into everyone. You go flying back and hit a wall, sinking to the ground, losing all of your breath for a moment. Ileana's right there with you. Half of the other people all around start falling as well. And then the scream. The loudest scream you have ever heard. Ears splitting, gives you a migraine. There's blood beginning to pour from your eardrums being ruptured as each of these creatures yells in unison. And in a mad rush, begin heading towards any hole that they created, running into it. In a matter of moments, the fighting stopped. All the creatures ran, and what you were left with is the carnage of dead surrounding you everywhere, and a city that is ruined and destroyed.
Anybody of importance that needs healing, I'll use the rest of my potions on. I never take one for myself.
Nice, okay.
A nice tangerine. The joke, your head. Anyway, continue.
So at this time, I'm going to ask for some rolls. Yolondriel, you get the first one.
Just rolls.
Just rolls.
14.
14. Well, they survived. Abrat, you get the next one.
This is a D20.
D20, yep.
18.
18, they survived. Jartis, you're up.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Roll the
Do I
dice
want
and
this
leave.
pressure? 19.
19.
Yay. Goodbye.
That should have been for the next roll. Brolock, you're up.
12.
12. Find Storm.
Yay. Oh, you needed me
That's-
to roll. I
Yes,
thought I'd
yeah,
already
you did.
rolled.
No, you need to.
Oh, not a disadvantage.
Not at disadvantage, no. Just a straight roll on this one.
Natural 1.
They dead.
They very dead.
I gotta introduce something to this. Somebody's gotta die.
Yeah. Yolondriel.
Yes.
I need another one.
Okay. 18.
18.
Scrubs.
I'm the only one who gets to kill somebody? Come on.
Abrat, another one from you.
19.
19, good grief.
Nice.
Finestorm already rolled for that one. She survived, but she's very scarred. Jartis. One more.
This is for the Dallas Buyers Club. 15.
15. And Prologue, that was the last one, so I don't need any more.
Just as well. I was probably gonna roll a 1.
We're going to move back to the rest of the group.
Just for information.
yeah.
Since it was already stated in the other session, but while I'm going around doing all this saving and fighting, I am always announcing myself as Shallows.
Yes. It's... Yeah, give me a percentile die. You're going to get some positive clout from this. I just want to, see how much.
73.
73, a good amount. When you're walking around now that it's quiet, there's actually quite a few soldiers from all sides who recognize who you are. There are a lot of bandaging, medical supplies are going around. You see a lot of white-haired maguses running around as well. Running and healing. Though you can't get past the amount of carnage and death around you as well. Every inch you step in, there is a slight slap of liquid from the blood flowing on the ground. In places, it's intermixing with the strange sap-like and just leaving a weird bubbling substance.
I, at the moment, am doing nothing to change my image. Being trashed, cut, never got healed.
Yeah.
Never accepting any heals. Always worrying about everybody else. Anyway, it's enough for me. Get back to the rest of the group.
Perfect. The rest of you all. We, yeah, we're gonna go at the end of the 8-hour rest.
Right. Yeah, we get moving pretty quickly. I'm guessing.
Brolog's waking up. Goes to a Joffrey and says,
Ooh, beforehand, prologue. Fine Storm, it's well into the night at this point, by the way. Just a reminder on that as well. It's very dark. Although the fires of the city are lighting your way quite nicely. Anyway, sorry, prologue, carry on.
Finds a Joffrey and says, I am in need of travel supplies. Are you able to provide that?
That would greatly depend on what kind of travel supplies you were looking for, Sir Prologue.
I need a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, a torch, a water skin, and rations, if possible.
And the kitchen sink, if you've got it back there, please.
Oh, unfortunate. A bag of holding stolen, that's sad. Our general adventurer's kit, yes, of course. Would you like that to be in anything specific? A backpack form? Bag form? How would you like it delivered?
Do you have another bag of holding, chance?
I do. Methana would not let me pass it on without acquiring the proper funds, however, as you are technically contractors with us.
What fun?
It would be about 500 gold. No, not 500, that's how much we would sell it for. 100.
Brolog hands him 100 gold.
Where did you keep your gold and money?
Regular bag, I believe.
Regular bag? Okay. So, how much money do you have? Because, depending on how much you have, that's a lot. And it wouldn't fit in a regular bag.
Well, my regular backpack, I mean? I don't know, sure. It's, let's see here, 1,000 platinum, about 2,000 gold.
Okay. Yep, so regular backpack, just to know that regular backpack is over encumbered. for sure, and it probably overflowing with money,
Oh,
because that's a lot to be storing in something like that.
okay.
But we've never
okay,
talked or thought about that process in the past,
Okay.
because large amounts of money, if you think about it, like a coin purse of like the size of this, would probably fit 100 platinum.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
if it's stacked neatly and filling it and pushing the brims of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So
100 gold.
Yeah, give 100 gold. Okay, great.
Would there be anything else you'll be needing?
I suppose not. Thank you, Joffrey.
At that point, you all, if any of you are still asleep at all, get awoken by a very loud voice being spoken throughout the entire mansion. Mathona saying, "I have returned. Library now, please."
Head to the library.
Yeah, bro, let me go to the library.
Abrat saunters that direction.
Jartus.
I will also follow.
Okay. You all did get a long rest, so everyone except for Finestorm can click that long rest button. Finestorm, you get to click that exhaustion button.
There's one of those?
There is one of those, yeah. I forget how to do it, but I discovered it the other day. Let's see. Is it in conditions? It's in condition. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I'll find it again later. Is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's levels of exhaustions in conditions. It's cool.
I'm at level 1.
Yeah. Single level of exhaustion. The library is cleaned up at this point, and it is just Mathona inside there. Callus and Kelkos have gone off to take care of other bits inside the mansion. A lot happened inside of it. There's a lot to clean up, and Joffrey is down to 10% strength. There aren't very many of them left. But when you get in there, Mathona looks haggard. Very, very haggard. There's parts of her right shoulder that... her right arm, first off, she's not moving it. She's got it tucked underneath the robe, and it just kind of sits dangling inside there. And when you get a little glimpse of the flesh, some of the flesh looks decrepit, skin-like, and pulled in closer to the bone. I see a lot of things happened here. I have same reports on my side. I understand Nutra is under attack.
That is correct.
And we dawdle here. Why do we dawdle here?
The mansion was invaded. The consequences were defeated. The princess and a jack stole the hearts.
At least it might be the princess. When I tried to take her down in the last moments, she might not be in control, but that could be an act. Either way, we're leaving now, aren't we?
Leaving now? Absolutely, we can leave now. I have a little energies left.
And so do we. Either way, you could either conserve it, and we'll use these.
Your brace is
Or
not
vice
charged
versa.
yet. It's not done yet.
Still not set up.
It doesn't
Never mind.
charge on a
Scratch
long
all
rest. Yeah. Well, if there are no objections, I can take us there now. Just be prepared for a fight.
Always.
I assume everyone is there.
Everyone's there.
Okay. Then yes. Then Burlock will say, yes.
Except Finestorm.
Except for Finestorm. Yeah, Finestorm's not there.
Where is
Neither.
Finestorm?
I
Haven't
do
seen
not
him.
know.
Are you able to quickly assess who is in the mansion?
She pulls one of the gems off of this necklace around her. For you, who's got the 22 passive perception? Is that Aberrat?
Sure, not Brolog.
Yeah.
It's Aberrat. Okay, Aberrat. This gem looks identical to the one on the pendant that was given, or the amulet that was given to Find Storm, to allow him access to the mansion. She sits there for a moment, focuses. There's a slight flash. Find Storm, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Chop. Dice. 17.
17.
Money.
Oh no, this is Mother. Oh, no, that doesn't make it. Okay. You know nothing, Finestorm. You have no idea this is going on unless you can see invisible and ethereal things. But she's just cast Scry on you, and knows where you are now. He already left. He's not here. He's already in the city.
Let's go.
Well, one less, I suppose. I'm actually waiting for a Joffrey. One moment.
Put my hand on my forehead.
Foot starts tapping very impatiently. About 3 minutes later, Joffrey comes in with a bag of holding. All of the requested items are inside of this bag for you, sir.
Thank you, Joffrey. Ready.
Very good. Is there any other objections? We are going now. Put your hands in.
You put your hands in. You
Put your hands out. Put your hands in and you shake them all about. You cast a silly spell and then you teleport away. Now you're in Neutra.
In a wall.
Actually, I do need to roll for that.
Oh, fucking
Random
God,
1%
damn it.
chance. Now you get 49. When you all get there, she brings you to a similar area. 49. Let's say for convenience sake. For a moment you stand there as, again, some people are surprised to see you. And you start to sober up and see the scene around you. There is no fight anymore. It's over. The battle is finished. And what you see now are people who are beginning to pick up the dead and put them in places. Already a few bonfires have been started to burn the dead of the enemy, whatever they can find that's left. There are a lot of somber faces around.
I'm gonna say, Brolog, you and Mother, right? Mother's
Yes,
the one that's with us.
Lathona's with you.
You and Mother find Finestorm and anybody else that's in charge. Figure out what's going on. 3 of us, and I point at the druids, are gonna go around and help out. We can heal.
That sounds like a solid plan. Very good. Brolog's going to head out looking for Finestorm.
I
Okie
go
dokie.
to whatever medic tents that they've got set up for the mortally wounded. For the mortally wounded.
Wounded. Okay, you're heading there. Aberrat, where are you going?
I guess I would go to the tent of those that are going to probably die.
That would be any of
Like
them.
the tent, like specifically the tent where they would send those that they can't help.
At this point, there's no organization like that. It's just if they're injured, they get brought to a medical tent, whatever's the nearest one. It's still
Then
too
I'm
soon.
going to examine the nearest one for someone who is going to die.
Okay. Jartis, where are you going?
I will follow the moans.
They're everywhere.
Okay. I'll just enter a largely populated tent.
If you follow the moans, you would be going around the streets, finding others who have been injured on the road and haven't been tended to. There are plenty of them. Of the over 10,000 people who were here, let me give you an exact number. Over 5,000 of them died.
Oof. I will enter one of these tents with healing spirit.
Compared to the last city, this was a win.
Yeah, compared to the last city, actually, this was quite...
I can heal 6 times with healing spirit.
6 times? Okay. You don't need to roll or anything. I'm just going to say it's a general heal effect, but we'll kind of come around to everyone and just kind of getting an idea of what everyone's doing for now. We're going to get specific moments in there. But we're going to start with Brolog and Mother, who, a few minutes in, are able to find Storm and Ileana. At this point, you find them. I don't think... I'm trying to think if there's anything specific. There's a lot happening, a lot of crazy things are going on right now. Find Storm. Where would you be heading once everything is calmed down? It's been about 5 minutes since everything left.
I would immediately take command of the organization, roundup of wounded, barricading entrances. I just, overall general, take command until somebody of higher rank in the shallows stops me.
Okay, perfect. So that's how you find him, Brolog. Find Storm shouting around and organizing people, getting things set where the dead have been gathered, the wounded are being transported to medical tents. Ileana's helping as best as she can as well. At this point, General Lauf of the Reclorian army has joined in, but she hasn't taken command. She's left it up to you, Finestorm.
Okay.
Finestorm, report, please.
You got really quiet somehow.
Finestorm, report, please.
Brolog. The fighting is over. Just stopped. About 10 minutes ago. Just trying to do cleanup now, get everything reorganized. The city was overrun by the same things that overrun the mansion. Give them a detail of anything that was different from the mansion.
There were a few things. Oh, sorry, no,
okay.
Carry on. My bad. I don't mean to interrupt.
No worries. There will be details from Murray in a moment. The Goliath was taken over, don't know by who, was shelling the city, but it has stopped, so I hope the party that went out to take back the Goliath won, but I do not know yet.
Interesting.
While you two are standing there and talking, you see running, sprinting, more like, as quickly as they can, a white-haired magus.
A white-haired magus that I recognize?
So Brolog, this is more context, would be more important context for you, because Finestorm is less familiar with the magus race, but you would know that a white-haired magus is one who's afflicted with the blood curse. Essentially, they're the healers of the race.
Percy had white hair.
Yeah. Percy was a healer, Percy had the white hair. Usually when you see them, it's a sign that they are in need. And somewhere out there, one of them is desperately needed.
Brolog continues listening to the report from Finestorm, getting the details.
Okay. There are a few additions, but Brolog, most of the new creatures that Finestorm describes match very similarly to what you saw on the Throm. Strange masses of bone, flesh, and earth crawling and moving over the ground. No idea how they're holding themselves together. Larger beings, creatures that seem, for a moment, kind of remind you of the size category of what Huglipit would be, but they seem fierce, brutal, thick hides, and hard to kill. Magic casters, ones that were able to use many kinds of necromantic spells, and things that would bring back what they had lost. So killing one of them wasn't just the end, you had to kill the magic users as well to make sure that they stayed down.
Anyone that the consequences know injured or fallen?
You don't know yet.
Finestorm doesn't know that? Okay.
Currently no reports
Don't
yet.
know that either.
In that case, Brolog.
Go find out.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. See you after. Brolog will jog toward wherever the white-haired Magus went at this point.
Mavona follows. We'll move to, so Yolandra, Elabra, and Jartis. The largest medical tent would be nearby where you poured it in the town center square area. Would you all go to the same one, or would you kind of try to spread out, go to different parts of the city, and find different medical tents?
Yeah, we try and spread out.
Okay.
I just go to the closest one.
Closest one. So you're in the big one by the town center, then Abarat. All right.
Message when it's my turn.
Jartis and Yolondriel, both roll a d20 for me. Let's see what sector of the town you end up in.
16.
16?
That is a nat 20.
Natural 20. Okay, natural 20. For story purposes, I'm going to yoink that, seeing as it was a natural 20. For 16, both of you head more westward, but Jartis, you end up going southwest, towards another larger tent. Yolondriel, you hear and gain word that Eula was helping keep control and hold of the western gate. So you start heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
For Abarat, seeing as you're the one who's immediately there, as soon as Brolog and everyone start separating ways, you go in, and as soon as you start to open the door, you hear in your head the wait. There is a snap and pop behind you, and you turn to see, for the third time, another group boarding into the town square. This one you would recognize Prince Nero, King Tagoran, and Folia. Tagoran's armor is missing large chunks. His left shoulder plate is gone. His helmet, there's a piece of it that's been seared and completely sundered away. It's clicking and clanking in some places, and he's having difficulty moving, but in his arms he's holding another lump. Prince Nero immediately stands and just eyes pale over for a moment. They're on their way, put him down, put him down. And you feel the stench of death. Folia looks around. I'm gonna gather an assessment and figure out what happened. Tagoran, my armor's jammed. I can't get down. Fine, I'll start taking it off. What do you do?
You said they were carrying a bloody mess?
There's no blood.
So they're just carrying a mess.
They're carrying a lump. From the angle
lump.
that you're at, you can't tell what they're carrying, but you can see that they're carrying something.
I'll just adjust my angle and check to see if it's a body.
It's a body. You adjust your angle well enough and you can see one leg.
Can I move enough to see who?
You would have to get to the front of them. Or to a very acute 90-degree angle of Tagorin. Large body armor.
Yeah, I'll shrug and go inside the tent.
Okay. You go inside the tent, ignoring the stench of death behind you and going into the tent to a weaker one and find someone who's close to passing on.
Boom. Brad says.
My intention, by the way, is to sit with them while they are passing and take note, essentially, of their passing.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Slowest roll ever. 18.
18. It takes this one a while to pass on, but you do get a good idea and sense. You can feel the rhythms and the movements inside their body as they begin to expire.
I'm going to keep that in memory for eternity.
Cool. Moving over to other people. Elandriel. Nah. I'll make you sit and suffer more. Jartis.
Okay. I'll be away then.
You're setting to Sector 16. It's an average hospital. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect after a scene like this. There are a lot of near dying or dead people who have yet to be attended to because there's not enough help around. All the cots are filled. There are people who are even on the ground itself. In some of them sitting in little puddles of blood. There's a lot of coughing, a lot of screaming, a lot of pain around here. The tent you ended up in has a strange creature in it, a winged one. You've seen Aarakocra before because of Ulrich, but this one's different. It's more bird-like. It's kind of like a mix between an Aarakocra and a harpy. A flipper. This one doesn't have any legs. They've been bandaged up, but they still look in a rough state, as do everyone else here. You pop your healing and ease the pain of quite a few.
Is it possible to maybe also cast Cure Wounds on the harpy looking thing?
Yeah.
We'll do that at 3rd level.
Perfect. You don't need to roll for healing. What you get while you stand by her bedside, essentially, and heal with the touch, is one of her arms just curling around your arm for a second. Her head turns, makes eye contact with you. Thank you. How do you think? Can I hold a bow with my legs? If you don't have any legs. Bless you, Michael. Other Michael, MH. He sneezed.
Yeah. No worries.
Would I be able to do an investigation check to see if a greater restoration would do anything?
You know it wouldn't. Unfortunately,
Limbs,
Greta Restoration doesn't grow limbs back. There's a very specific spell for that, actually.
I don't think I have that.
I don't think you do.
Fortunately.
It's a higher level, I think. But
I will sit in somber silence as the healing continues.
okay. Each of you. No, actually, that doesn't happen yet. Prologue. You follow where that Magus was running, and as you catch up to where it was, you find yourself close to the town center again, where Tagoran, who is now out of his armor, is standing over, carefully keeping an eye on Prince Nero, as this white Magus sits with his hands, palms facing upwards, and just an ethereal line streaming from his body into the one in front of him. And on the ground you see that King Shago, his entire right side, is decrepit and eaten away. His right leg ends now with a stump where the leg would be, with the flesh having peeled back, like an accentuated or an accelerated form of decay took hold. His right hand, you can see bits and pieces of the bones poking out as the flesh was torn and sundered off. His arm itself, nothing but bone and skin at this point, little pieces dangling off. And his cheek area. His eye is now completely clouded over white on the right side, as the cheek has peeled away and you can see his rows of teeth underneath. He lies on the ground unconscious, but barely alive, thanks to how much you all harried Princess Kostia before she left.
You said Nero was there?
Nero is there. He is in a very high, anxious silence.
Brolog will sneakily approach Nero, trying to not to be noticed in his huge form, and say, do you have any intelligence about who or what was behind this? Would you like me to roll stealth?
No, he's not going to notice you until you get there.
Well,
He's
I
very
know King Shago is unconscious, but I don't want, the rest of the entourage that may not like me to be noticing me.
Pretty much everyone here is actually okay with you and good with you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I do. Unfortunately, I know exactly who did this.
Your sister?
Yes.
Yes. I was afraid of that. She attacked the mansion as well.
I know. And he holds up a very familiar bag of holding. The other one was there too. Delta number on us. And he turns, and for the first time you see the large, now, scar going from his right cheek, scratching around, almost hitting his throat. Got out of the way just in time.
That is the key I found.
I don't know what it is my father did, but he stopped her. At least for now. We had to retreat. Not a complete victory, sadly. The stones are broken. They shattered. None of the hearts are there anymore. And the Goliath is theirs. Brolog, did we lose?
I think a defeat was suffered. But loss? No, you breathe, I... Victory is still possible.
That Tagoran walks up as well, to the other side of Nero. While there is still breath in our lungs, still will in our way, we will be victorious in the end. Brolog, what are the consequences?
Finestorm is doing what he can for the injured. And I am gathering intelligence.
Intelligence is needed. If you don't mind, gather them all. I've already sent runners for the other leaders. Everyone who's left, at least. Meet us back here inside the meat hall. Sorry. Time of war. If you don't mind meeting me and each individual back here in the meeting hall.
Yes. I think it might be best if the healers of the consequences continued what they are. The process. I speak for the consequences. Do you need additional information?
That is actually a fair point. We'll let the healers do what they do. I understand Finestorm, though, is to be an admiral possibly soon. We could use him, at the very least.
I know where he is, at least.
Good.
Be back in 2 minutes.
While you're walking
So
away.
gonna go get him.
Yeah. While you're leaving you here, King Tagoran turned to Nero. Prince Nero, your father is out of commission. This responsibility lies on you. I know. I'll gather my people. Eulandriel. I'll move over to you now. As you all heading up towards the tent, you see a familiar suit of armor, or at least what's left of it. Parts and bits of it are very shattered, and there are pieces that are missing, clearly. You can see some of the internal workings of how some of the gears and mechanisms of Emlar's armor works and pieces together. And you can see him with his sitting on the ground, back against the wall, head in his hands. You're muted. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
I said, am I? Oh, I am.
Oh.
Currently ignoring that, not my main concern. Walking into the tent.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I shall. My dice comes. Why do I get nat 20s now? You know what I mean? It's a natural 20 to a total of 28.
Your nose gets it first. You smell her. Eula's in this tent. Your eyes immediately start scanning around, as it's not just her, but it's also the scent of her blood, and you find her. As you rush over, one of the white-haired maguses stands up and stops you. It's like she's in some rather critical condition right now. Got hit by some nasty shrapnel.
Yeah, I am borderlining on wolf mode, so I'm gonna grab this guy by the center of his shirt and pick him up with one hand. And then I'm going to cast heal at 6th level and heal her for 70.
Okay. You would know that your spell was not fully effective. It healed for 35, but the wounds are having difficulty closing up. We've already tried that, he says as he's being held up by you in one arm. Your eyes again have changed, but you don't know that.
Then I am going to put him down and not looking at him. I am, what is that? That was my 6th level, so that I'm going to cast Aid as an action. One action. Costs just a tiny strip of white cloth, 8 hours. Bolster my allies, I can choose 3. Emlar, Eula, and somebody else that looks hurt.
Plenty.
And that
there's plenty.
raises their total HP to 20.
Okay. As you do that, the Magus by you. Eulandriel, right?
Yep. And I can do this all day, so get out of my way. And then I'm going
With
to
pleasure.
continue.
And he just kind of squeaks by and starts seeing 2 other people. About a minute into you wondering about, you hear a voice of Eulandriel.
Yeah.
Thought that was you. It's Emlar.
I don't turn around. I continue.
I'm not sure what kept you here, or what kept you away, but I'm glad to see you're alright.
Parts of the trees are gone. We've lost this time. And probably for good. Unless we can all figure our shit out.
Look, brother, I know you're mad, and he reaches out. Grabs your left shoulder. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ooh, buddy. Oh, come on, where's my net 20? That's not terrible, thank God. Constitution 19.
19.
Yes.
Very
17 on the die.
uninstinctively, you, without control of yourself, flip to the left side, and lash out and shove him away.
I'm just gonna bare my teeth at him. And I'm gonna say, keep people out of the tent. And if you hear anything, put me down. And then I'm gonna turn around and continue.
You shouldn't be here. If you're this close to breaking, you're putting
I
their
have
lives
just a
at
little more
risk.
time.
We have this handled, Eulandriel. If you were gonna break, then you need to get out of here.
I'm gonna heal one more time. Where's that? I'm gonna say that I've already healed once before, so I'm gonna mark.
Yeah.
So let's just say, what's the cure wounds?
Well,
Do
while you
That's-
roll that,
yes, continue.
the same thing happened to you, love. We found her in a feral state. Your eyes have changed your Londriel. Look at your hands. You look down to your hands and they're beginning to grow spots of fur, and the claws are beginning to extend out.
I'm just gonna get these last 2 heals out, and then I am flying out through the roof of this goddamn tent and expending all of the shit I have to run it, flying as fast as I can to get outside of the walls of the city.
Perfect.
But that first one was a 22 to
You
heal.
flew through the top of a tent.
I'm ripping
It's-
through that tent.
So to clarify, there's no room to set up tents anywhere here.
Oh,
Where you find yourself
It's
into
just-
is the closest resembling of any intact building. It's still caved in though, and wall shattered everywhere. This is a ruined city at this point. Nutra is destroyed, wrecked. Nothing is intact anymore. Even the headquarters where all the people, the leaders like Bremlin Soth and the Magistrate of Drunark, that building even got hit. They all survived miraculously, though.
Yeah,
You
she
begin to-
gets healed to a total of 43, and I
Perfect.
fucking fly my ass out of there using Steps of Night because it's dark enough, so I don't have to
It's
bamf
dark
my wings
enough.
out.
While you're tending to people, Jartis, you, Abrat as well, and Brolog and Finestorm as you're heading to the main building to meet with the leaders one last time, to meet with the leaders to get an assessment of what's going on. You see the bright light of your Londriel's wings shoot up.
Oh, no wings. I'm just floating.
Oh,
Steps
just
of Night is different.
Steps. Okay,
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
In that case, it's not him that brings your eyes to the sky. It's the subtle beginnings of what comes to be a low howl of animals. And then a bolt of lightning shot straight upwards. From around the rest of the city, other bolts of lightning start to shoot upwards, one at a time, as the howls begin to grow louder and louder and louder. Everyone except for your Londriel, for the context that you would receive from basically anyone on the street who you ask or anyone who you inquire. These are the mounts of the people, of the creatures, of the beast riders who perished. They are mourning the death of their riders.
Wait, what?
Beast
What?
riders. These are the animals. So,
like Darth Vader.
you know what a basilisk is? Basilisks can shoot bolts of lightning.
Okay.
The creatures that
Oh, those are
look,
the lizardy things
those are the
covered in
lizardy
armor?
things. They're not quite basilisks, but they have the same ability to shoot the lightning,
Okay, I
they're-
got you.
shooting it upwards. It's kind of lighting the sky a little bit, and the blink dogs from the blink riders who all passed away are joining in with their own mournful howl.
Just so it's known, I'm not relinquishing command of the city.
Oh, you don't have command of the city. No, just the sector, the area that you're in.
I take command
You
of the city.
always
Not the
Think-
city.
are
I'm
too
pushing
high.
it.
You-
I always push it.
You don't
Hard
get command
right.
of the city. That is definitely...
Who's in
That
They,
command?
doesn't
they,
happen.
They laugh. The guards laugh at you
Okay,
at
fine.
the door.
Lauf is around. You've got the Chancellor who's still giving orders. Ofavir who's giving orders. There's a
Okay.
lot of people, named people, who are still capable and giving orders
Okay.
around the city.
Who's
You
around?
definitely don't get the whole place.
Okay, fine. I try.
Good try, though. Okay.
To the meeting.
Brolog and Finestorm, the two of you arrive in the meeting area, and we're going to take an early break at that point because I really have to pee.
Do it.
So, yeah, we're going to take a early quick tenor or so, and we'll be back soon, everyone, to figure out where they go from there. Hello.
I don't know what's really going on. Hi!
We have you on speakerphone.
I was just gonna say, this is one hell of a collect call, man. I didn't know he knew infallible relay.
Does anyone know what the rates are? I don't have that much gold. And breathe all over it. I need a dex saving throw.
It'll be like a family outing. We'll be giving mom and dad
Yeah,
piggyback
Shane,
rides.
it'll be fun.
And then I need people to remember me after I die.
I will always remember you after you die. But I hope you don't die.
Like, almost like you could reach out and touch your own echoed self.
Reach out and touch self. Do I see all this going on?
I regularly do.
You do.
Okay.
I like getting into things.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Consent
is always important.
Agreed.
You're next. We have more for later. This is for the innkeeper. He needs to get turned too.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey, whoa.
Yes, good stuff.
Why
totally
am I
not dead.
so bad at this game? Jeez.
Might be genetics.
He deserves it.
What are you doing? No, straightforward. Straightforward. Now left. Now left.
Go to the left. Yeah.
Now
right
straightforward. Right in that nook.
Yeah.
Right in that
Now
nook.
look up.
Now jump.
Jump up.
There we go! Good Christ! What was that? 15 minutes? Woo!
You're doing great. Great. Bring him up. Bring him up. Red. No, don't drop me. Whatever you do, don't drop me. That is
My slimy mucus ball. I
That
think that's what that is. These are germs.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's mucus. That is snot. That is all over that bowling ball, folks.
Repulsive.
Oof. Everybody knows if it's
Nope.
green and it's slime,
You went that
it's
way.
booger time.
Hello there. As a guest of the Owlbear Inn, you obviously have taste. Now, as a person of taste, have you ever thought to yourself, I need to watch an artist who also has taste, with a sense of classiness and intelligence, heightened by sitting in a leather armchair before a fireplace with shelves of books behind? Neither have I. Anyways, I happen to have an art channel called Michael How Arts here on Twitch if you want to check it out. There's drawing, chatting, and sometimes gaming. If you enjoy fantastic characters and comics, or just having someone to hang out with while doing art, you should give Michael How Arts a look-see. That's twitch.tv/Michael How Arts. And if you visit, maybe, just maybe, you'll occasionally have that artist sitting in front of a fireplace to give you a +1 to the richness and culture of your Twitch experience. Though I wouldn't count on that. But please, do stop on by. Thanks for your time, and have a wonderful day.
I'm Michael Howe, and I approve this message. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, I did this, and 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 this.
Hello, everybody. Hey, folks. Hello, folks. Hello, everybody.
It's like now I can't go a day without flossing. Like if I don't floss that morning, I'm like, people know. They know. I know. It's like,
Oh, no. This is dental hour.
Hell yeah.
Laugh, love, and I love it.
Build our home, searching every star, every world. And just when all hope seemed lost, message of a new discovery drew us to an unknown planet called Earth.
Larry's like, oh.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't mind a movie coming out and it not matching the book or the series or anything like at all. I'm saying this right to the camera. I enjoyed the live action of the Avatar movie.
Oh no!
Yeah,
we have to
I
shut
said
this
it.
down right now. No! You need to just shut Streamlabs off. Unplug your. Nope.
Too late.
Hello and welcome to Hate Laugh Love, the show where we talk about movies.
Identification number?
Searching for a wallet. Does he have a wallet?
No.
Tattoos on his wrists, forearms.
Nope.
Yeah, this is TK421.
I knew it was coming.
Let me paint this picture for you so you understand this. The Queen has a flawless AR of 18 as well.
Oh my goodness.
So you got lucky just to hit her.
Oh my god.
And she has 1,000 total damage capacity, which means you outright killed her right away.
Kinda wanna do some vamps just so we can kill some things.
That red powder mist going everywhere. Cook shows back up in the normal world at 9 a.m.
Oh, that was fun.
Hey, hello again. Welcome to another episode of Night Bane, where we see who dies this week.
I don't know what's really going on. Hi!
We have you on speakerphone.
I was just gonna say, this is one hell of a collect call, man. I didn't know he knew infallible relay.
Does anyone know what the rates are? I don't have that much gold. And breathe all over it. I need a dex saving throw.
It'll be like a family outing. We'll be giving mom and dad Maggie
Shane,
it'll be
fun. And then I need people to remember me after I die.
I will always remember you after you die. But I hope you don't die.
Like, almost like you could reach out and touch your own echoed self.
Reach out and touch self. Do I see all this going on?
I regularly do.
You do.
Okay.
I like getting into things.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah!
Consent is always important.
Agreed.
You're next. We have more for later. This is for the innkeeper. He needs to get turned too.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey, whoa.
Yes, good stuff.
Why
totally
am I
not dead.
so bad at this game? Jeez.
Might be genetics.
He deserves it.
What are you doing? No, straightforward. Straightforward. Now left. Now left.
Go to the left. Yeah.
Now
right
straightforward. Right in that nook. Right in that
Now
nook.
look up.
Now jump.
Jump up.
There we go.
Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Prologue, Fine Storm. It takes probably about an hour or so before all the leaders are gathered up. In that time, you see that the big building that they were meeting in was hit by an artillery strike. Glass is shattered all around, everything looks to be in a mess, and things have fallen off of bookshelves. But you're allowed into the main meeting area where you see Brimland Soth, the Magistrate of Drunark, let's see, and King Tagorin, and Folia, and Prince Nero. There we go. They're there at first. After an hour or so, finally, Admiral Lars and Admiral Kurthel arrive. And Admiral Lars and Admiral Kurthel, and it's not actually the magistrate who's there. Magistrate is not there, it's his daughter, Ofavir, who's there. My apologies, I got that wrong. Finally, with everyone gathered, the king looks around. Who would like to start? And Nero looks up. I think now that we have finally faced them and understand who we are against, we all need to be very, very honest with each other. And he looks at Mathona, who is also inside the room. Well, now is as good a time as any. And she explains everything that's been going on. She puts everything on the table. Yeah.
Does that include Marcus being existing?
That includes Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a moment of high, stunned silence. Until Kurthel speaks up. Well, I guess we have more allies than we thought. I don't care what you all did in the past. All I care is that you're on our side now. With that, Nero. Then, what is our plan now? And Admiral Lars, who is missing his left eye now and is completely bandaged in that area, speaks up with, "We need to regroup. We lost a lot in that. And I need to make a few errands and runs. Find Storm. If you can spare the time, I would like to put you through that Admiralty test. With all the sorrow in my heart, Admiral Lottie and Admiral Bill did not make it. Lottie was hit by an artillery strike, and Bill was overrun. So I'll be making a run by Kurothel. Or not Kurothel, what's his name? Oh, crap. Maps! Corsal. What is it with me and that K sounds? I'll be making a run by Corsal's lair. I'm sure he can issue the... whatever it is. At that time.
Okay.
Brolog will turn to Finestorm and say, do you seek to do this separate from the consequences? Is this the end?
Oh, this is definitely not the end. But the task must be done alone.
Yes, that is to say, this...
But I think it will help us in the long run.
So you wish to stay apart of the consequences?
Affiliated with.
Very good.
Of course, there's some more killing to be done.
There seems to always be more.
There always will be more. Nero, who's speaking now. My time's going to be taken up for a while. I would like to be researching into a few things, but I think, Prologue, if you can spare Jartis for a time, there's some things that he and Excalibur could look into that might aid us in the future for that.
Prince Nero, I believe there's an official enmity between Quayla and myself. Could that be dealt with first, perhaps?
Consider it dealt with. Unfortunately, right now I am not Prince Nero. I am acting King Nero. My father is in a catatonic state. He cannot be revived.
So, the enmity is officially
Absolved. Removed.
Excellent. I'm sure Jartis would be pleased to do that sort of work.
I'll cross by him later on and see. But it would be some extensive work. It would take some time to do. This is probably a good time to butt in. Brolog, it's Folia speaking. Emlar got in touch with me and told me that Yolandriel's gone a little feral right now. He left the city. He's on a search to see where he goes, but...
Brola, Yolandriel's always been a bit feral.
Feral in the wolf way. Is Yolandriel a werewolf?
Yes. Did something happen to Eula?
Yeah. She's alive, but it's taking some time to heal.
That likely has to do with it, I imagine. At this point, I cannot assist my friend. I am confident he will come around.
Well, when it happened to Eula, it took some time to meditate and recenter. Took her a while to get through it, but we'll find him and we'll get him back.
Very good. The taking of the Goliath seemed like a very large problem. Is there a plan for that?
Well, the plan right now is to keep eyes on it. In order to leave where it was, it needs to go through the Strabgarian Strait, past Lestrabga. There's only one entrance into this lake area. We have an entire
force its way out.
Yes, it can. And it probably will. We built it to be impregnable. We built it to be undestroyable. But we'll face that problem. We already have the city on high alert. And by already, he means we already sent a runner. We've expended any use of our teleportation or our communication devices. We've also expended most of our resources, supplies of our army here. There's no point in bringing in extra for this place. The city is destroyed. We'll need to organize the relocation of at least 5,000 citizens. What's left, at least.
As I understand it, the citizens of Nutra are not citizens of the other countries. Where would they be resettling?
As you are typically correct in all of that.
Brilliant Soth starts speaking.
In this current time, I think exceptions can be found. We are all facing this threat, after all, yes?
Yes, we are. We have space in Drumnar. Actually, King, if you don't mind. The city of Farrut has been emptied recently of the cultists who inhabited it and built it. We can send them there. It has no occupants and all the infrastructure they need for a brand new city, so I think it's worth that point.
Where's Farnoot?
Farrut. Right here. Yeah.
Were those pie cultists?
Yeah, that was a city made by pie cultists.
Very good. In case there is concern on that front, the majority of the citizens of Pi are dead. And no longer in Pi.
Oh, good. They are rather annoying people. Well, I mean, very, very sad to hear that even more lives have been lost as of recently than there could have been, but still better. Another city for us in case this happens again.
Yes.
On that note, Prologue, if the consequences are hireable for assistance, particularly you for this one, as I believe Vinestorm Jartus will have their own things. Your laundry was often, well, I'm not sure where that fungal one of yours is, but I have your neat expertise in your, excuse my way of saying, abrasive negotiation techniques.
What do you mean?
Well, many years ago, my predecessor, Lars the Scamp, Lars, I'm not sure why he deserves that, but Lars, he sought to remove...
Lars, the same name as you. Are you related, Lars?
No. His full name's Larson. Actually, his full name is Clone of Marcus. Oh. Is Marcus as much of a dick as he is? No. He's much worse. She says as she holds up a very similarly decrepit hand. He's been causing problems in a place called Parkoth. We thought we were facing the original clone there, but he's been secretly traveling there and doing it himself. Not sure what he did with the original. Yes, well, him, yes, he, Lars, that one.
I killed that guy.
Different character did, yes. He, well, he ordered the execution of a couple of races. The Erkokra, who are still alive and thriving in some places, or the shifters in the northern island, and the final one that was the final straw for our people were the trolls, the Andrean trolls underground. He wasn't very thorough on the last one, and they've begun to pop up again. We could use your, or I, Chancellor, the Chancellor, could use your assistance in negotiating with them, because they're very abrasive like you.
My techniques, I would not say are abrasive.
No, you wouldn't.
But they are effective, seemingly.
They can be, sure.
But I am under the employ of Mother.
Oh, that is a very fair point. Prologue, I don't know what's next for us. Everything I had been planning has been overthrown and tossed up in the air. I'm going to need to regroup myself, figure out where the mansion is, see how long it will take Joffrey to get back to full strength. Furthermore, I need to fully study what Marcus did. I'm not sure how he survived or how he managed to gain his own conscience for a while, but our next goal would be to find the rest of his pieces. And I think we are best left waiting, as there is already someone who is gathering them for us.
Who is that?
It would be Lady Kalani. She's gone AWOL and has been going around finding these weird dungeon places and coming out emanating of pure darkness. Are we sure we want to leave that as a problem for the future? It does work for us while we can focus on other bits. The consequences here have proven themselves worthy and capable fighters many times.
But if we're separating them, then how are they going to take care of it?
We need to find her first. For that we will need time, of which we now have. So Prologue, if they won't hire you to go help these people and bring them to our fold, from what I understand, Andrea and trolls are hell of good fighters and know the underground, where these creatures come from. I will hire you to do it.
Well then, that makes the decision easy, doesn't it? But there is no end point for this. What are the consequences in my absence?
That would be for you to govern and decide. You'll have time after this to figure that out.
Len, any idea where I might begin the trolls?
Yes, actually. That would... It's going to be the city of Plego. Near the deep forest, just on the outskirts of it. A little west of Moonlight.
Yes. Very good.
I already have some people waiting there. All I need to do is send a runner to let them know that you're going to be there and coming.
Well, in principle, then, it is agreed.
Good.
What else needs to be discussed?
Ophivia, a large red dragonborn, steps forward and begins to speak. After seeing this, as my father calls it, an utter defeat, he has tasked me to inform you all that Drunok is pulling out of any Andrean alliance.
Weak.
I agree. That's why I volunteered to stay. I would ask your help to help me overthrow my father and take rule of Drunok. Admiral Kurthel starts chuckling a little. You've got my aid. Kurthel is a gem dragonborn who have been fighting against the Chromatic and other dragonborn for a while. Any other aid would be greatly appreciated.
I will think on it.
That's gonna be something that's gonna take a while to do. Admiral Clurothel's put his aid towards you. The Chalice will give what we can. I assume you want to get in touch with the rebels. Yeah, I do. I don't think we have any other need for these two. Everyone else looks around, kind of shaking their heads, and come on, Overveer. We've got a fleet to organize. And it begins to walk out, not before going to you, Finestorm, but looking at you. Good luck on your trials. I have a ship for you if you win.
And now.
And he walks out with the other Red Dragonborn. Lars isn't wrong. That will take time. Not to mention our agreements to actually also aid.
I'll need to debate that with the council, unfortunately.
And I'll need to make sure the generals agree. Do we have anything else? I'll be looking into my sister, figuring out how to find her.
I do have a question. Given the attack on Nutra, and the attack on Lithram before it, and the attack on the Shallows, and on the mansion of Marcus, why do you believe that there is time available?
Prologue. Take your ring off for a moment. I would like to show you something.
Who's saying this?
Prince Nero, or Acting King Nero. Reigning King? I think it's Reigning King. It's an appropriate title.
Prologue will take his ring off.
Okay. There's a gentle push on your mind. It's not aggressive. It's very subtle, as if to ask for permission at first, before showing you what he saw and went through on the Goliath. A lot of it won't make sense to you, Prologue, as you're not a spellcaster, and much of what was happening there was spellcasting. The big thing you take from it is you see all the gems at one point encircling Kostia, who's now adorned in red robes with the Magus markings covering her face all around. Every piece of skin you see writing in script of the Magus crawling through, and it seems to be moving as if living text all over her body. You see King Shago look at Nero and say, "Whatever happens, I'm sorry." And he begins to fly upwards. The next bit you don't understand entirely. You don't see anything happen. But suddenly, visible arcane cracks start appearing all around Kostia, and then the shattering. The king begins to immediately plummet and fall. The bone of his right leg now getting left behind, and then clattering somewhere else on the deck of the Goliath. And Kostia herself also plummeting. She lands heavily on the deck, with Jack withdrawing from combat with Folia after quickly delivering a decisive strike to one of her legs, moving back, grabbing hold of Kostia, looking up and around. They begin to get surrounded by more of these hordes. Nero sees the opportunity, brings his father over with a spell, tells Kostia, and the king to come over, and they teleport away, back to Nutra. My sister needed those gems for whatever it was she was doing. They've been destroyed now. Whatever it is that she's trying, it's going to require a lot. And it took time for those to get back built and gathered up. It'll take them time to figure out what's next. We need to use what time we have now to try to gain the upper hand. Maintain the momentum that we squeezed from this defeat.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. It seems the king is not as weak as I thought.
Only the foolish underestimate my father. Even in this state, I still wouldn't want to fight him.
I did not mean in his arm.
What? Oh, mind. One of these days I'll have to give you a history lesson on how he unified our nation.
Perhaps. Well, very good. Or bad, however. Is there any other information that should be known?
Whatever information we have, we can gather and share as the time goes. There's a lot on our plates now. A lot we have to consider. And a lot we have to plan for. I suggest we gather what we can and export ourselves expediently to figure it out. Yes, I need to see to Salensor. She lost her legs recently, and she's definitely not going to be happy about that. Prologue, if you don't mind, if you find Jartis and Abarat, actually, I would like to speak to them both. If we are going to have some time.
Speaking?
Prince Nero, or reigning King Nero. So, if we have the time, then I think there are a few people I would like to introduce them to, not to mention Jartis's knowledge in the portals. I need that.
I will keep that in mind.
Good. If you'll need me, I'll be in the Western Medical Tent. Nero turns to
I will be Loxodon in Nutra. And Brolog leaves. Fine storm, if you would join me.
While you're leaving, there is a slight crack of a smile on Lars's face. Loxodon and Nutra. Such a serious man. The two of you leave. Where are you going?
While we're going back to where we teleported in with Mother, we're headed that way. Brolog would like to have a conversation with Finestorm. And say, do you know if you are leaving soon for the trial?
As soon as possible. What tasks do you have for me?
I cannot leave while Yolandril is not here. I need you to hunt him down and bring him back.
Alive?
Definitely. As unharmed as possible.
Michael, is your mic away from your face?
Not really.
It's doing that thing again.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
A plan cannot be made without his presence, and a plan must be made soon. Be expedient, please.
As you wish.
Thank you, Finestorm. Always reliable. Unless you have other duties, please go at once.
Okay.
And then when Brolog gets back to the spot where it teleported in, he will search out for Aberrat and Jardis.
Oakley dokley. For some brevity sakes on things, Finestorm, you will find the group who is following Eulondriel, and do find that he is in his full wolf form, and is currently actually ripping into a bear who he recently killed.
It best not be our guy.
No, it's not Bernard. This is too far north, thankfully.
Okay. I want to sure Bernard gets a well-traveled individual. He likes his cave, but you never know.
He likes his cave. He's definitely a happy cave boy. Back home enjoying the riches. Through some careful planning, mainly due to the assistance of Emlar, who is assisting in capturing of Eulondriel, he is captured. But Eulondriel, go ahead and roll me 3 percentile dice. Let's see if you can infect anyone.
No.
You're muted.
86, 71, 90 on the button.
90 on the button. One of the hunters does get a good bite. A good chunk of flesh ripped off. Another one does get clawed, quite aggressively. And a third, the good old 90, is killed.
Sorry, buddy.
He is very, very fierce in this. It takes, for you being exhausted, it takes a lot of effort.
Who's in command of this little party?
That would be one of the Magus that has been sent along with. Well, no, he's in command of general people. Really, it's Emlar, who does not relinquish command.
I'm not trying to take command. I just want to... I'm already in command. He just doesn't know it.
He's considered the second most capable fighter inside the Laban army. Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'm the first most capable in my mind. So, anyway.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. I will point to Emlar and point to those two and go, if you cannot cure those two right now, they should be dealt with.
No. And he walks over to them. Does deal some healing spells on them. Like, we'll bring them back to get cured.
Oh, you're going to try and make a wolf army, are you?
Cured. Finestorm.
Very well. I will take you at your word for now.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Get brought back. Yolondriel, even when he's unconscious, does not shift back to Yolondriel. He is still in his wolf form. With a quick investigation and test from Mathona, who's capable in these things, all of you gathered at this point. We're gonna, for brevity's sake on things, so you all found and got into a nice room that's still mostly intact. With Yolondriel there unconscious on the ground, essentially. Very strongly, like, you know how they tie up bulls? You're straight up tied, very, very much. Hard to move. Words English, it's my language.
True.
She looks up.
Everything about Yolondriel right now is a wolf. There's very little resemblance back to being what he was. This is going to take more than just meditation work. I don't think his mind is gone, but his body is. It's been completely altered and changed. I'm going to need to do some experiment. I'll need Callus in on this. I don't understand how it got so aggressive.
Is Yolondriel's belongings, are they around?
Yes. The armor that he's in morphs and changes with his shape.
Brolog would like to search his belongings for potions.
Okay, yeah, specifically for potions, you do bring out all the potions. Of the ones that Callus gave him, there's how many are left? Of the original 3, you drank 2 of them, and then I think he gave you more, right?
Quick, hold on. Where's it at? I think it's 2 more.
He gave you, okay. Yeah, I think that's right.
Check.
Because I think I gave you enough to bring you back up to 3.
Yeah, that's what she did. That's exactly what she did, I remember. Yep.
You produced 3.
Brolog will take one of them, leaving the other ones in the bags or wherever they were.
Okay.
And say, Callus gave him this to counter the turning. Perhaps it would assist in going back.
Yes, it will.
She uncorks and starts doing a series of other experiments. She's going to be there for probably about 10 minutes. But you all are gathered at this point.
Wait, so does she give me give Brolog the sense that he's gonna turn back into a Yolondriel right now?
No. What she's giving you is the sense that probably will help her understand what's going on, and she's currently doing some experiments to figure out.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case, consequences.
If you would like, actually, Brolog, I understand the pressure that you are getting to make him conscious. Like I said, I think his mind is intact. If you would all like to go to sleep, I can send you into his dreams.
That would be uncomfortable, but would likely be best.
Because when I say he is almost entirely gone in a physical sense, I mean, I'm not going to be fixing this anytime soon. It may be months before I get him back.
Very well. Brolog lays back to go to sleep.
Of course, I will need all of your consents to be able to do this. You would need to allow me to. Perhaps for you, I don't know if you sleep. It's more of a
aggressive shove.
Okay.
And by aggressive shove, I mean you would just be there in mind, not anything else. Does anyone else not sleep? I think... No, I think you're all good. Is everyone ready?
Abrat kneels into a trance position.
Very good. Hold still. It won't hurt at all. Yolandril, go ahead and... What are you dreaming about right now?
Oh, what would I be dreaming about right now? I don't know, walking through the woods. That's what I was doing before, just in wolf form, you know?
You're walking through the woods when Jartis, Prologue, and Fine Storm, and this weird cloud over all of them appears. The cloud's like a strange fungal green.
Yolandriel, good to see you, my friend.
Hey guys, around.
You...
Dream?
Yes.
Cool. What's
You
going on?
shifted to a werewolf and will not shift back. Which is why the consequences are in your...
Okay. What's the plan?
That is what is to be decided.
Do we ever have a plan?
I am being sent to treat with trolls on Mother's behalf and Mr. Soth's. Finestorm soon leave to take the test for Admiralty. So the question is, while I am gone, which may or may not be longer than Finestorm is gone, who will lead and what will be done? If you were in your normal state, Yolandril, as my second, you would be the obvious choice. But given your crippled nature, that may not be possible.
Yeah. I think you're right.
In that case, I think Abarat, are you up to the task?
Abrat is going to look at Prologue. Sure. Sounds like all I'm going to have with me is Jartis anyway.
Yolandril will also be present, and if he is able to gain control of himself once more, and you feel that his leadership would be more beneficial, feel free to acquiesce to him at that point. But the consequences will be led by you until a time when I return or Yolandril is in a better state. Yes?
I agree. Say you.
Yeah. For now.
Very good. In that case, The next step would be, where will the consequences be going? There are still trees to be purified, which I assume is where you would like to go, Aberrat. Other possibilities, I know there is a rebellion afoot on the island of Drunok, and I am certain that the rebels would appreciate assistance, as the current leaders are not opposed, have refused to assist in the alliance to defeat the common enemy. So that is an option. The trees are an option. Some meshing of the two. I believe Yalandriel still has armor together. If he that is another option. As my presence and heart will not be in it, since I will not be there, I would not make an executive order on that. Do you have thoughts or preferences?
That's me or Tabon? Sorry.
It was to no one in specific.
In particular.
Yes.
I think I'm okay with the prologue.
Jartis, you have been silent. Do you have a preference on where and what happens?
At this point, it seems that I should support where I'm needed. What are our big options?
He just
I
went through
did
them.
just said them. That would be
yes.
the
Quickly.
trees, the rebellion in Drunok, Galandriel's armor.
So how many hearts do they have right now? Do we know?
None.
The
They've all
hearts
been
have been destroyed. There was a battle aboard the Goliath. King Shago fought the princess. The hearts that had been gathered are now broken.
Okay, so they're gone. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. So far it seemed so sequential. Doing things in order and getting things done. But it's hard to prioritize.
Perhaps think on it a moment.
Yes.
Aberrat, what do you think?
I think we should play it by ear as we go along, but I will, of course, state that for me, the top priority will always be the trees.
Finestorm, you are likely to be absent, but do you have any thoughts?
No preference at the moment.
Well then, in that case, it would be my suggestion that you go to the collective and believe that heart has been collected by them. You could go there and gain that one. Wait. I believe there is a way to do both. Drumnar, Yolandriel, I believe there was a piece there with the priest. Am I right?
Yes, that's going to be a fight.
By my remembering, there was also a tree near Drumnar.
Double check map. Yeah, if it hasn't been taken already.
Well, it must be checked. Perhaps begin there, and as is the consequences way, one step at a time. Nabarat, decide from there. I will go to the trolls. Finestorm to his test. The trouble will be gathering back. It is possible that, given consequences separation, Mother may have additional of these, pointing to the communication rings. And it could be possible to use it as a message relayer of sorts when it is time to come back. Does this sound agreeable to you, Jartus?
Yeah. That's much more thought out than I would have come up with, for sure. And I think it is important that we gather as much help as we can, I think, along the way. I know there's probably going to be a lot of death between here and there, so I would suggest that we focus on probably having some healing magic with us as a group, rather than trying to rely on one person having all of that. I think that would be a good thing to communicate.
I will leave that to Abarat to decide as those problems arise. Very good. Well, any other thoughts?
No.
Very
Glad
good.
we made it
Yes.
this far.
I am certain that I will see you before leaving, but I will use time to say goodbye for now. To the consequences, I do appreciate the battles that you have fought beside me. It has been a pleasure, and I look forward to more in the future.
Hopefully many, many, many more.
Yes. Very well. Mother, take me back, please.
Go me back.
Take me back, Mother.
That the dreamscape starts to fade. Yolandriel, you find yourself alone again, wandering these empty forests.
See you around, fellas. I say to nobody in particular.
You don't even hear any insects around to reply. It is dead quiet. For the rest of you, you're getting around closer to midday now, on the day after.
When we get out of the dream state, Brolog will say to Jartis and to Abarat, the acting king, Nero, asked me to let you know that he would appreciate your assistance on some research. Having to do with portals, I believe. And if you would like to do that, I'm sure he would appreciate it.
Research on portals coming right up.
Brolog will then go look for King
Tagorin?
That's the one.
That's
Tagorin.
the one. Okay. Going to find King Tagorin. After that, find Storm, Jartis, Abarat. Where are you all heading to? I have no idea if anyone's replying to that.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Find Storm, Jartis, and Abarat. Where are you all heading towards?
See, we're gonna link up arm in arm. We're just gonna start jogging. I'm leading this rampage.
I cast Bane. Or sorry, Blight.
Oh,
at
no.
level 5.
Level
on
6.
Jartis. I'm just kidding. I don't.
I'd probably die immediately. We're just because we're trying to. How would we even get a hold of Excalibur? How would that even start?
You could find Nero.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we don't
let's
even
go
know
find
about
Nero.
Excalibur yet.
He didn't tell you Excalibur was involved
he-
in this equation. Brolog only communicated to you all that Nero was looking for help on the portals, which is half right, but also mostly wrong.
It's Brolog.
It's Brolog, though, so, you know, it makes
Magic.
sense. But what do you
I'm
about?
finding somewhere to crash for 8 hours.
Okay. It doesn't take long. You find a very dark corner and crash for 8 hours.
Can I sleep invisible?
No. But you can sleep in a very dark corner where you practically are invisible.
Okay, good enough.
Before you go to bed, might I offer a good berry in this trying time?
It's like a
Sure.
doctor
Offer you
holding out a
egg
bag
in
and
this
saying,
trying time.
Jelly baby.
Good berry over.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning, please.
A nice good berry?
Dr. Jartis.
Pop it.
Oh, God.
Pop it down my mouth and disappear.
No. Firestorm finds a dark corner, falls asleep for 8 hours. Abarat and Jartis.
Abrat's going to look at Jartis and then look at the rest of Neutral for a moment. Well, where are you heading then? Nero first?
Sure. That sounds like our best option.
Lead the way.
King Nero. All right, let's head on in.
Okay.
Towards acting King Nero.
You both head towards where the Quailin quarters were, that you remember from the before all this shit happened, and find him quickly enough. At first, the guards don't give you permission or admittance, but then they catch sight of some of the fungal stuff and realize who you are, Abarat. Then realizing who Jartis is, let you in. Inform him that you're there, and it doesn't take very long for him to admit you into his room. Jartis, Abarat. How are you?
That's a loaded question.
Yes, it is.
Abrat's going to look Nero up and down with a quizzical look.
He has a brand new scar along his neck. The rest of him is fixed up and quite regal looking again.
Does he seem like he needs any additional healing, or is that scar pretty much just
That scar's permanent.
Okay.
But he's looks healthy. Again, changed. If not for the fact that he's extremely exhausted.
Might I offer a good berry in this trying time?
I've already had 3. Pop those things like caffeine pills whenever it comes down to it. Look, I know Prologue is off on some hired adventure, and Firestorm's going away, and the trees are being handled by Mathona. We'll take them if we can. We're hunting Galoni down. I don't agree with Mathona's mindset that we should let her take care of them. She's killing the trees, not saving them. But I have Iliona's assurances that they will be protected. She's working with Folia for that. I know that would been the primary concern of you all, but especially you, Abarat. During this time, I wanted to offer something else, though, to you both. Jartis, Excalibur could use a study partner for the portals. You would be compensated as mercenary or hired contractor at that point, so we would be paying the consequences for it. I think there's something about them to do with this, and to be quite frank, I need help from someone like yourself. Not to mention we need to finish some other things we started. But if you have other things, that's understood.
I don't see anything else that seems more important right now. That seems like a really solid lead.
I'll have Ileona, whenever they find a tree, inform you both, naturally. Should you choose, I've already handed out manuscripts for the teleportation spell. There should be Magus who can cast it freely soon. We'll get you in touch with one of them and get you to the tree. But that brings me actually to Abarat. My old alchemist mentor would be fascinated to meet you. He's the chief of the Slebar Nation back in Quayla. He's dealt with a lot of strange plant growth and design. I've already given him a sampling of one of the trees. He was fascinated by it. If you want to understand the trees, he would be a good connection. But he won't be leaving Quayla. I can offer you transportation there if you'd like to do your studies and your experiments with him. And transportation back whenever you need. But I'm sure whatever it is you're doing, you could use a proper lab, at least for a while Prologue's off on his mission. He was the leader of your group, so I just want to offer things. It's nothing for you all. I'm leaving in the morning. So if you'd like to both come with me, you can. The invitation stands.
Interesting. Everybody kind of rubs his chin like he's got a beard or goatee that he doesn't have.
Little tiny spores pop out.
Well, obviously, Jartis, you'd be interested in learning more of these portals. Abrat looks at Jartis questioningly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we'll both be here in the morning then.
Good. It's an ease off my mind, at least. The more we understand the trees, the better. You won't find someone better assisting you in that research than the chief of the Slebar Nation. And Jartis. Excalibur's quite good at what they do. You would have a good study partner for your reachings into the Feywild. Hopefully you can find it and learn more about what these things are. I unfortunately have a nation to govern and run, so I will be busy for a while. Any research either of you have on necrotic usage and spells that eat the very soul of the person, I could use that. I think that's what's happened to my father, so... Anyway, unless you two have anything for me, that's all I had.
Moral quandary.
Would dispel magic do anything?
You have no idea.
Abrat's going to nod to Nero, thank him, and then leave.
Okay.
So it's eating his soul.
He gave you an
Necrotically?
idea of what he's assuming is going on. He actually, you get the sense from him, Jartis, that he has no idea what's going on.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna be a good goat boy and walk over and see what's going on.
To be clear, King Shago's not here.
Where is King Shago?
You don't know where King Shago is. You're talking to Prince Nero.
Yes. Where's King Shago being held? Is that like a...
That's not something you know.
Okay. Alright, well, good thought to have. Ponderings of a goat boy filed away. We're gonna
You could ask. Just because you don't know it now doesn't mean people won't tell you. It's just that's not information Jartis knows currently.
Alright, well, I'll ask Prince Nero, where is your father being held somewhere? Where is he here?
Yes, he's in the top room. We need to wait until the morning. All of us have expended our use and are quite exhausted.
I might be able to give it one more kick before the night's out.
Please, yes. He starts guiding you and walks you up to the king's room, and when you get in, you see that same sight. The flesh looks as though it's almost an acidic melt. But you can see that whenever meat was decaying away, that's what it looks like. Looks like the flesh is just decayed away, leaving more of a acid burn look. All along his right side. Right leg's gone.
I'm gonna try a healing spirit at no, not healing spirit. Was it dispel magic at level 5?
Spell magic level 5. Ooh, I'm gonna need to look up dispel magic real quick. I don't think it works, but it doesn't work. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
12. Dirty 12.
A D12. You're not sure on much, but you know for a fact this magic is way beyond you.
Ooh. Okay. I cast dispel magic at the 6th. No, I'm just kidding. We'll just Well, cat, I don't know if this will even do anything. Heal at 6th level?
So there's a picture of this cat trying to get through this fence.
Are you casting it at 6th level?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know how much it's gonna do.
Dude, okay. It has no effect. You
I
know
don't know.
very solidly for a fact that this was cast at least with a 9th level spell,
Okay.
which is way beyond you.
See, sometimes we gotta cast magic to know magic, right?
Except that's
Yeah.
the same thing I told you, except for the 9th level bit. But you know.
Yes.
You learned a little. You learned something from that. It's very strong necrotic magic.
I don't think I have anything else I can identify or anything. Could I cast detect magic so I can learn the school of magic that it's from?
You know what school of magic it's from. It's necromancy.
Just the necrotic?
It's the necromancy, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, well, I have met my match. Not that so much, but like that is way beyond my understanding, so I'm gonna...
Can you move the mic closer?
Oh, sorry.
You will like it.
That is far beyond my understanding, though I think I am going to make my way down and find acting King Nero.
He's right next to you. He's the one who walked
He
you up
came
there.
Okay.
Remember.
All right. I will apologize.
Don't apologize, Charters. Some of our greatest healers took a look at him. That's actually what made me think of Abrat at first. Was I'm taking him straight to the nation of Slaybar. Figured your fungal friend might enjoy meeting the chief there. Good man. Hard man. Very stubborn. But he loves a good chat.
Conversation always smooths things out, I think.
Sometimes. Other times, it just makes them worse. Well, I am very, very tired. I am gonna go take some sleep, I think. You're welcome to continue studying if you'd like, or whatever it is. Healers are nearby if they need.
Maybe I could ask a healer if there's anything they need.
Not in particular. I mean, you don't... Everyone here is here for the aid of the king and to assist in slowing down whatever necrotic touch is afflicting him. While you're doing that, Abrat, while you're leaving and walking away, that lovely little voice in your hand that you travel with speaks up again.
Do you think they would assist us in what we're doing?
I wouldn't trust them to not try to destroy you specifically. But I'm going to get as much information out of them on that sense as is possible.
Then maybe a ploy. I know the king knows I'm here.
Which king?
The acting one, Nero. He poked around a few times.
I don't trust him, but I definitely trust him far more than I trust his father.
I understand his father's actions.
There were times we made the same call in our council. Difficult ones. Ones you would say don't make sense in hindsight. But in the time of stress, it works. But I agree, I don't trust the king either. He seems more focused on his agendas. Nero doesn't.
Avret doesn't respond at first, but then afterwards says, "We'll get what information we can from this little trip. But only what is necessary will we give them. Because the more they know, the more power they have over us."
You are young. It's not the question of their power over us or the knowledge over us. It's the question of what they use, what little power they may have to do. I spent over 100 years in the council, though. You've only been alive for a few months. We'll let you see for yourself. He goes quiet after that.
Cool. Brett's gonna go back to sitting by the bedsides of those that are dying.
And not healing
waiting
them.
as they...
For the rest of you, it is the course of a day. Whatever you all would like to do in that day, no one is leaving or departing until the next morning. Eula is eventually seen on their feet and going towards finding where your laundry is stored away. But Prologue, I believe you did specify. So the rest of you, if you all have things that would happen for the course of the day, think on that. But Prologue, you did specify.
Yeah. So whenever I find King Tagore, basically Brolog's just going to let him know the state of the consequences that Abrat will be leading whilst Brolog is gone. Yeah, I just wanted to let him know.
Okay.
Then he's gonna go try to find Mother.
Perfecto. You would get the report as well that the search for Lady Galani is going to be spearheaded by Folia and Ileana. They're going to be working together to find Lady Galani and track them down. You would also learn that, unbeknownst to Folia and King Tagorin, they've actually been working with Mother and Ileana for quite some time. Ileana's been feeding them information and trading, basically just giving them information here and there, and trading some things from time to time with them. They've been inadvertently aiding Mathona and Ileana and Kalkos and the whole Marcus crew.
Cool. Friendships all around.
Friendships all around. You do eventually find Mother, who is, when you come in, cursing at her alchemy kit. And like, this cannot be it. No. You have The vial in her hand, she looks at him. This is just a swapping reagent. It's not supposed to do this. Ah, Prologue.
Hello, Mother.
I've sent word for Callus. I need his assistance in figuring out what he did to this. There are elements that I cannot ascertain or to figure out.
Yes. I was wondering, do you have one or two more of these?
No, I'm fresh out. I can get a few more from the Zarthorians, though. They're the ones who created those and make them.
I would appreciate if Finestorm and Avarat could each have one, as the consequences are going to be separate for a time.
Oh. I'll put an acquisition request in as quickly as I can.
Very good.
Ah! Come. You'll want to see this. It's fascinating, trust me. She brings you outside of the building, around a corner to a nice open area. And in a blink and a flash, the open area is suddenly taken completely up by the mansion. No locked location. Good job, Callus. The door creaks open, and one of the Joffreys standing there. Did we land on anything? No, you're all clear. Although you are blocking an alleyway now, but that's fine. We shouldn't be here for too long. Callus! Yeah? What did you do to your laundry? What? Come. Anything else, Prologue?
That will be all. Thank you, Mother.
Good. Joffrey, go find
Prologue
some of
goes
the...
back to Yolandriel.
While you're leaving towards Yolandriel, you hear yelling out, go find some of the Zarthorian guard and take their communication earrings. Then give one to find Storm and Abrat. And bring the other one here. And you return to your Yolandriel, which is actually where they're heading afterwards.
Perfect.
Because he's just inside.
Could you paint a picture of Yolandriel's surroundings, please?
Yeah, his surroundings are very makeshift lab-like. There are a couple of cauldrons getting boiled up with some herbs and ingredients nearby. A few alchemy kits opened up with different experimentations going on, and him in the center on a large table, muzzled and heavily tied up.
Okay. Well, Brolock will find a spot in the room that is clear as much as possible, especially away from any breakable glass items. And he will do a sorrowful dance for his friend, hoping that the rhythms bring him back.
Give me a performance check.
He will do that for the rest of the day. Okay, so we still do not have proficiencies in performance. That's an 8.
Oh, in this you should.
Oh, so
because it's the locks it on dance in particular.
Okay,
Performance you don't as a
so
whole, but for this you do.
Okay, so 13 in that case.
13. Okay. It's a good. You do really well. I mean, naturally you're good at these dances, but this is more for a persuasionary check of sorts in how good, because Yolandriel, while you're walking through, there is a moment where the scene around you changes to a degree, a small portion of what you see, and you are shown Prologue's mournful Loxodon dance, which you're familiar with as being the mournful one. He's done it a few times.
Is there anything I can do about it?
No. The words you hear
Okay.
in the back of it is, "They're fighting for you."
I keep on keeping on being a werewolf until we figure that shit out.
Anyone else on anything for the course of the day?
As a note, Abra is specifically looking for soldiers that don't have any, or people dying that don't have anyone there for them.
Psycho.
And
It's getting...
no, this is not for a nefarious reason. This is to be with them as they are dying.
Not
He
nefarious.
says while doing nefarious things.
I swear it's
They
not
are
nefarious.
getting far and few between at this point. Most of the people
But
who
my
are
job is getting done.
dying are now becoming accompanied by other people who are around, because the majority of the major case ones have already moved on, passed away, or the numbers have been healed and things are beginning to get more better, so to speak. But there are a few you can attend to. For Fine Storm, Lars, you do find Lars again, who is currently taking care of... Well, I don't say you do find him, it's more like he finds you. But he takes care of the bodies of Admiral Lottie and Admiral Bill, and actually transports and gives them over to the Zarthorians. They were both Zarthorians to begin with. Admiral Lottie is also... you see around them all Emlar hanging around quite a bit as well, because Admiral Lottie was the daughter of the person that he was technically the stepson of, essentially an adopted son of the leader of them. But when you get approach, or when Admiral Lars finds you, he does begin to speak. I heard a few things recently. One, that you did really well in helping organize the end of that fight and get people sent to medical bays where they needed to go. That I'm very, very grateful for. I also, however, heard that you were more willing to sacrifice 2 people than bring them back to heal them.
From the werewolves? Yes.
With something that can be healed, we don't just kill our people. At least, I don't, and the people here don't. They didn't take kindly to it.
They
And that,
weren't our people.
it doesn't matter. The only reason we are allowed to do our business and exist in this continent is with their acceptance. And that one slight slip spread. I rolled a 1 on the percentiles, I'm sorry.
Oops.
And it close to soured your reputation among the Quailans and Reclorians very quickly. They're not happy about the fact that... Shush, you're not here. They're not happy about the fact that you were more willing to sacrifice people who weren't your people. To them, that says you don't care about them. To me, that says you don't care about them.
I just know the dangers of it.
You also know it can be cured.
Not readily.
There's a chance, though.
So be it.
Just giving you a heads up, you conduct yourself the way you like. But don't be surprised if some people give you some sour looks. Especially Emlar. He's already lost a lot. Enough as well. Anyway.
Kiddo. Noted.
But he steps away and is like, I'm gonna go find some food and some drink. I heard they found Hank inside one of his barrels of special brew. I don't think he'll be waking up from that hangover anytime soon.
For the time being, I'm going to shadow him. Because I'm leaving with him.
Okay. He goes about quite a bit of business, kind of organizing the final steps. Clearing with Kurothel, who is traveling with Overveer to the southern side of Druanok to gain word and start communicating. The rest of Kurthel's boats will be, if things go well, negotiations, they will start to transport goods and supplies to the rebels to start planning for that. As for Admiral Lottie's and Admiral Bill's ships, they go to the Grand Admiral to be distributed how he sees. Upon completion of your Admiralty, he is offering you 10 of them, and keeping the rest for himself.
I bow. That is gracious, considering my slight.
It's a slight, but, you know, you'll live up to it again. And by it, I mean the better. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. He just stands up after a drink. It's been a long 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we gained anything from it? Or did we just lose?
We've lost. We've lost too much. Not just from this, but from what happened before on the island. We've got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah. I don't blame the magistrate for pulling out. But I do think it's the coward's way. We're not cowards, are we?
No. Otherwise, then I would have not shown up on death's door.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Finishes the drink, puts it down on the table. I could probably crash on this table, but I'll spare everyone else and go and find a bed.
I'll help him.
He genuinely does stumble a few times. During that meal, he did drink at least 4 cups of whatever it was he was drinking. He finds his way there. With nothing else from the rest of you all, the next day does come by. And Eulandriel,
hello.
You find yourself opening your eyes on a table with something lying on your face, and your hands loosely bound by ropes. And Eula, who's now awake, standing over you, looking down at you with this really worried look, and the voice of Callus going, Oh, thank God it worked. Okay. You hear a slight as he hits the wall in the back and just starts slipping down it. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
kid. I say, giving him a thumbs up without like leaning forward at all. I'm just still laying there.
You're okay. You're fine, right? This is you?
I mean, so far as I know.
She slaps you across the face.
I just look over like unnecessary, but okay.
Okay. He
How do
didn't
you
get
feel?
mad at you. You would have been grilling my teeth out if I had done that to you. Yeah, well, I'm special case. I'm a lot better.
Welcome back, my friend.
What's the word, Brolog? I'm still not moving from the table. I'm taking a lay.
It is good to see you awake. I will be leaving here shortly, but it pleases me to know that you have returned to yourself.
Not permanent. Sorry. I fucked
That
up.
is disappointing.
Instead of stopping it, I may have made it permanent. Instead of going to werewolf, you're going to human. What do you call that?
Complicates thing.
Yeah, it
Wereman.
Wereman?
And I'm
You're a
gonna
wereman.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna grab Prolong's forearm, give him a man hug, say good luck.
Wereman. Eula's chuckling in the background a little bit. Like, Wereman. He turns into weird.
Very good. Well, in that case, I think I will head out immediately. Please make Fine Storm and Apparat aware that Mother has messaging rings for them.
Gotcha. Oh, very quickly. I don't have anything. I don't have anything that I could give you to help yet right now, actually. So yeah.
Your wakefulness is
Say
enough,
bye.
my friend.
Oh, wait. And then I pull out the unidentified longsword, and I'm like, I don't know, it's a weapon. I'm sure you'll find use for it if you can.
Interesting. You're making faces. Why?
Wait.
Yeah, they are making faces.
No reason. No reason at all. No.
What is it?
Eula steps forward and pulls the blade out just a smidge. And you can see that the metal on the inside is lined and looks as though it's a Damascus steel of sorts, pounded and layered over itself, but has a very strong blue hue to it. Elandriel, this is a very expensive sword.
Okay, even better. If he doesn't use it, he can just sell it. And I hand it over to Brolog.
You wouldn't want to sell this. It's made by the Moonsmith. She's the only one capable of forging with moonlight. And
That
she
does
only
sound
makes
expensive.
them custom order. That's what they're so expensive for. I mean, by all means, actually, it'll be good. If you're going underground, it'll light your way. It kind of glows in the dark. But it's a kingly gift, Prologue.
That's derivative.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just surprised to see you with one. Where did you get it? Wait, is this that piece of trash you said you found inside the Lone Mar Mountain?
Might have been. Been a while. It's been rattling around in this bag of holding for a while.
Yeah, well. If you want to
Anyway.
get her to praise, Prologue, she remembers everything she makes, so.
Love you, buddy. I say. I give you a pat on the shoulder. And then
Mm,
I go
love
get
you
dressed.
too, my friend. Prologue takes the sword and leaves town to go to Plego.
Plego. While you're leaving, assumably Prologue would remember that Chancellor Brimlinsoth did say he's got some people who will go with you to Plego to make you connections.
Oh, Prologue do not remember that. He thought their people were already there.
There are people there, but I probably didn't specify clearly enough between the two. That's most likely me. He does have some people who will guide you and take you there, though, so as to not travel alone.
Cool. Well, Prologue will pick up those people and go there.
One of
Head
them
that way.
is General Tenathir. Sees you. Oh, that's the member of the Consequences. Good, I'm less worried. Sorry, my nephew's still hunting your friend Elandriel. If I was traveling with him, we'd have to be on high guard the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, an honorable man, General. He's the one who gave forgiveness on his nephew's behalf. That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's the one who apologized.
It is good to travel with. Is it time? Are you prepared?
We are ready whenever you are.
Ready.
Good. I hope you don't mind. He pulls the curtain away from the cart that he's got in front, and there is a very large Labon beast. You would recognize this one. You've seen him a few times. It's not the fact that you can tell the beasts apart from each other, it's the armor he's wearing. There's always an emblem signifying this is Captain Durin's beast. It's lying, a little injured on the inside, lifts its head up. It's missing its second arm on the right. His master died, and ever since, he's not leaving the cart.
By all means, bring him along.
Good, because that was more of a courtesy. This thing's coming with us. I think it likes me, and I don't do beasts. They confuse me. We'll talk about it on the road. He climbs up to the front and is accompanied by a few other riders as well on the horses going in, and Prologue, you leave the town, heading towards Plego. To go over a few things before we dash away for 2 weeks. Some time is going to pass before the consequences are brought back together. At this point, you all did enough, actually, to assist in that. A few things you would learn in the time of it. Elandriel, your time in human form is actually severely limited. You are limited to full moons to becoming human again until Callus can figure out how to reverse his fuck-up. One of those potions he gave you was 2 natural ones to create, which cost a lot, and you drank that one on the swamp ways down in the Fallen Marsh areas. The random vial you picked out was the messed up one. For that time, Eula strongly suggests going to Drumnar to study meditation and study with the High Priest Aldir, who has been wanting to speak to you for some time but hasn't sent any correspondence yet. However, entirely up to you. For Abrat and Jartis, the two of you are brought with Nero to the Schlebar Nation, where you find Excalibur again, deep into the studies of these portals. You're both actually very quickly brought again to the Shrill Jungle. Actually, just you, Jartis. If you're willing to, brought to the Shrill Jungle to look into the rip in the fabric there.
Let's rip it up, baby.
Rip it up.
Rip it on up.
Doing some fine studies with good old Excalibur.
Rip it good.
Abrat, the chief of the Schlebar Nation. Whoo, boy. You have not seen a better lab, or met someone who's more equipped and knowledgeable than you are to the natures and creations of everything that is green. He seems to be connected to it in some way. And he can assist you. You immediately know he can assist in many, many ways. If not by interaction with him, just by asking him for a book.
Abrat, while with him, is going to use up as much of his time as possible in learning how to nurture things like molds and fungi.
Ooh. Of which you can definitely assist with. That is going to be dependent on some certain things, but that's where Abrat will be, is in the studies of that. Fine Storm. Well, when we come back, we'll be going over more what everyone did during the break time, the consequences. Yours is going to take a little talkie-talkie. We're going to have to message back and forth a little bit about that one. Because meeting with Korsal, who you
Gonna be fun.
is a ancient aboleth who's been there for many, many years, has, definitely a task for you that will take a considerable amount of the time. Well, I say considerable. We'll find out. But prologue, you get to Plagar and are brought underground into the catacombs and the underground structures. Eventually met up with Constance, part of the Alpha A, who decided to tag along. When you meet up with her, though, she looks at you and like, well, hey there, handsome. Good to see you finally arrived.
Greetings, Constance.
Hope you don't mind. I heard you were heading on out and doing this, and considering the fact that, well, Larson did the same thing to my people, I figured them knowing that some of us are on your side would be a good thing. And by us, I mean me. I referred to myself like that several times. It used to be me and Wyron, but he's dead, so gotta move on. Old habits.
They do die hard.
It's gonna be 4 points of psychic damage for everyone for that beautiful pun. They certainly do. You know much about Andrea and trolls? You know much about trolls in general? Do they have them over in Quayla?
Do they?
Yes, but they are not blind. Quaylan trolls actually have eyes.
The trolls in Quayla are similar, but they can see. The only troll I have met in Andrea cannot, which I'm given to understand that is common.
It certainly is. It's very common. I'll tell you everything you need to know. From what I know about your creed and everything, I think you're going to be a mighty fine fit for them.
Excellent. I think so as well.
I'm gonna have to get used to not saying them, aren't I?
That would be preferred.
Good. I'll start now. Each of their individual. How would you prefer, Prologue? How do I prefer? How do you do it?
Unless the trolls decide to join the creed, you may speak of them as you will. It is just to me that the creed applies.
Well, actually, that's I think another one of the reasons why you were chosen. Their language, or the troll language that they speak, doesn't have any words for groups.
Interesting.
They always refer to each other by name directly. It's quite annoying, actually, and I think why Larson tried to get rid of them, because a group of 10 of them speaking to each other, Bob, Steve, Carol, Phil, George, then they say whatever they say. They say the names of it. We'll get into it later. You and I will get into it later. I'm learning. I'm getting there. One at a time. I apologize.
You are forgiven.
Thank you. She fills you in on what she knows about the troll races as you dive deep into the underground of Andrea. When we come back, 8 months will have passed. When we come back, 8 months. 8 whole months before anything major even happens. It's going to take a while for recovery on what just happened, replacement of some leaderships, organization of who's doing what. And during that time, you will all accomplish a few things, quite a few things. But we will not be having a pizza when we get back.
For a bit.
For a bit. We will have to accept our Peter-less presence for a while. We'll miss you, buddy. We'll miss you greatly. But happy and excited for your wonderful, jubilant times. Go get married and enjoy your time off. We will, however, be having a fruit. A nice tangerine joining us. It's an exquisite tangerine. It's been preserved in Vaseline for all eternity. They will never spoil or change. Actually, they'll spoil on the inside if I look the same on the outside. I'm going to start with an analogy. Nice Tangerine is going to be joining us and helping guest for that time frame while Peter is away. They've got something really fun built. It looks entertaining at the very least. Brolog, you're going to be jealous. Or Peter, you're going to be jealous of the character.
Oh, no.
You'll love it. It's enjoyable. But until then, we have 2 weeks break of Tales of Andrea. Don't worry, during the normal times, we will have a 42-minute video that is aired during this time by the wonderful Ben there. It's a recap. I do apologize. It's not very detailed. It is a general recap because I had to fit all of that in a 40-minute video. 65 whole sessions. Or 64, technically. But, yeah, it's hard to do that. Don't forget, if you have any questions on any of the campaigns, there is this place called Tea Time Table Talks inside the Discord channel. You can pop any of the questions aimed at any of the DMs. We do reserve the right to not answer the question, because it could be lore points, but any kinds of confusions at all, we'd be happy to clarify any of that. The recaps will be happening during the normal times. We have one more Into the Nightmare before the break for that starts. So we'll see you on Tuesday for Into the Nightmare. And when we get back, we'll have a lovely little extra something. We are going to be opening up another every other week show happening on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. It is going to be happening in the Pathfinder system and DM'd by the wonderful Smithin. There's going to be a few guests. Well, I say guests. The people who will be filling the tables on that. Well, myself. It's going to be Michael Howe, Emily Howe, and Drow Now. Also, Anamori Rytak, confirmed, is joining us for that. There's going to be 5 players. Every other week, and it's only going to be 3-hour one, but that's going to be fun. Pathfinder system. We're going to be spending probably 1 session every 4 sessions just doing math. It's great. But I guess for now, for Tales of Andrea, we will see you all on July 31st for some exciting times and realizations of what they've been up to. We love you all. And we'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go